Tamora, just to give you some clarity, this is kind of how we operate. We stumble around for half. We call it an episode, and then what we do is we pull it all together towards the end, and it makes some sort of like illogical sense, and then we just progress on to the next what we call episode. So this is kind of like how it works. But it all
runs
fucking-
sitcom
Lex usually comes out
style.
with something like "fucking nailed it," and then we move on.
Yeah. There's usually some sort of heartfelt message at the end that one of us says directly looking into camera, and then we kind of end it there. That's about it.
Well, it is an
we love a bit
honour
of
to be
meta.
involved.
Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to episode 84 of Malt and Magic. We've been having a lot of fun behind the scenes, so yes, bear with us while we deal with some of the slight tech issues there. But what a session we have for you tonight. So let's run down our usual quick recap and then we'll get into things. Last session, the Planar Detective Agency had made their daring escape from the Unseelie Court, successfully grabbing that Feywild amulet right from under the nose of the Queen of Air and Darkness. And in the chaos, Callum formed a new pact with the Queen, gaining some powerful new magic and finally freeing himself from the Lord of Winter. Lex then discovered something groundbreaking for him, something shocking. His brother Silas, whom he thought had been dead for years, alive and connected to the next vital piece of the mysterious Eclipse Codex hidden far away on the Oblivion Islands. So now, with the help of Mara and their quirky astral guide Jim, the team plans a shortcut through the dangerous Astral Sea or Astral Plane, but dark forces very much stir there, and the void itself threatens their journey. Is it now a race against time? Who knows, as our group kind of sets off westward to find Lex's brother and perhaps sometime in the future save the world. And that's where we are going to pick things up. So content warnings will, as always, be in the episode description, but will include things like cosmic horror, mental strain or distress, some disassociation, body horror, isolation, mild violence and fantasy combat, and of course, your favourites, adult language and adult humour. You have been warned. Let's roll. Heyo!
Hello.
We're back, everyone.
Spot which one of us was having issues, is all I'm going to say. So, very good. And of course, we have our special guest. So I think let's run down the line very, very quickly, and then we will say a big formal welcome to our special guest, and go from there. So I am Matt, I am your Dungeon Master, and I will be role-playing the psychic characters of Takami and Callum and any other monsters, NPCs, Jim included, I suppose. But yeah, that's me.
Hello, I'm Dave, and I'm playing Jewel of Shadows, who is trepidatious to be back in the Astral Sea.
Hello, and I'm Daniel. I'm here by the skin of my teeth. Literally, with 10 seconds to go, the internet started working. I also realised I left the radiator on in this room while I was out for some reason, and now I am hotboxing. So, bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I play Lex, by the way.
And you play... There we go.
I play Lex. Apparently.
All good over there, Danny. All good. I'm Tom,
Not even a little
the
bit.
father half of Homie and the Dude. I play Kevin Buckland, a human barbarian paladin. And yeah, the Astral Sea. Like, what could go wrong? Let's do it.
I am Bodhi, the sun half of Homie and the Dude, and a little bit under the weather, but I play Edgius Bones Jones, and like Tom said, the Astral Sea. Let's be honest. What could go wrong?
There we go. And Nikki, over to you.
I am Nicci-Grace, also go by D&D Nomad, part of Mystic Quill Collective, and I am here making a surprise guest appearance.
Indeed. So yes, been long in the planning stages, but hopefully folks remember last year Immortal Magic did the Mystic Quill one-shot, The Book of Life and Death, of which Nikki was a massive part of creating that whole world, and so we finally got Nikki to come and join us for not just one episode, but 2 episodes. So go easy on her.
We all apologise in advance.
Yeah, we do apologise in advance, and here it goes.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm really happy to be here.
Yeah, Nick and I have been chatting
we have
for
got to give
a
Nikki
very
props
long
in
time.
person for the voiceover of the thing I'm forgetting.
Just steal the thunder. Like, next thing on my list,
I will.
thank Nikki
Sorry.
for voiceover
Sorry.
of Queen and there you are. So, no, absolutely. As my learned friend does remind me, yes, Nikki was also the voice of the Queen of Air and Darkness in episode 82 of Malt Magic, where we had the floating crystal, so a huge thank you to Nikki for that as well. Not playing the Queen of Air and Darkness tonight, though. There's a small spoiler.
Oh,
That was pretty good to clarify, actually. Yeah, that was probably worth it.
Indeed. All right, then, my friends. Are we ready? No. Great. Very good. Well, we left off last time as you had cast the gate spell or the portal spell and opened up a planar portal to enter into the Astral Sea. Spot the Microsoft employee when he starts talking about enter. Anyway, passed through a portal into the Astral Sea aboard a small airship known as the Skyloom with a whole crew and your new ally Jim on board. With Callum in his all-new regalia, tattoo across his chest, Takami still having her existential crisis, Cavan very much back in the crew but missing Mara already, and the rest of you just happy to be here. But with that being said, as you enter into this portal, the sky around the Skyloom changes in an instant. One moment you are sailing through the ether between worlds, planar magic humming beneath your feet, and the next all colour bleeds away. You emerge into this vast silvery void that stretches out forever in all directions. No wind, no sun, no true ground, just the endless stillness of the Astral Sea. Jewel, this is a place that is all too familiar to you. Whether that is met with calm or trepidation, I will let you tell me in just a second. But as you look into this endless stillness, you realise it isn't still. Threads of black and purple swirl through this silvery expanse like oil in water. Stars flicker and fade, and every so often, all of you feel something tugging. Not on the ship, not on that silvery tether that extends from your navel, but on your thoughts, like memories trying to slip away when you're not looking. All of the magical instruments and apparatus aboard the Skyloom begin to buzz and spark. Something's wrong with the astral currents. Jim begins to scurry around. His Astral Sea map doesn't make sense. Doesn't match. All of the readings are off. And it's at this point where you realise you're not just crossing the Astral Sea, you're crossing it during a time of sickness. There is a bleed. a wound in reality, and that's when you look off the side of the ship and you see a ripple of darkness that breaks the horizon, that giant purple tear in the plane. And around that, shapes move. But those shapes are not ships. And you realise that this journey has just begun, but you are very much not alone out here. So, Planar Detective Agency, what would we like to do in this immediate instance?
First, props to the
Turn round and go
description there. That was brilliant.
Thank you.
Can this ship go in reverse, and can we just leave?
Now, well, Lex, make me either a history check or an arcana check.
I
First
assume
roll of the night.
also that the tear in reality looks awfully familiar to Jewel, because she was pretty much just shown that exact thing. Yeah?
Yep, exactly that.
Yeah, because I assume it to be the void bleeding through. I got a 14.
14. You have investigated the planes enough to know that the astral plane itself is a plane of thought rather than true reality. So your thought is able to shape certain things here. You don't move by walking, for example. You think about moving in a direction. If anything, you can fly. So when it comes to the ship, the captain of the ship needs only to grab hold of the helm and think, and the ship will move in whatever direction you need it to.
I go to Aegeus. Something squirrely going on. I'm not sure if it's just me or not.
As you say that, you see Aegeus's body rotating as gravity seems to not be affecting him in this moment, as he's thinking about floating, and his skull is kind of just drifting in front of your view. I think it seems perfectly fine from where I am.
No.
I'm picking up a weird vibe, guys.
This is not what the astral plane is meant to look like. I have visited many a time to see the Watcher, and this is not okay.
I vote we leave. I think we've made a terrible mistake.
Guys, you gotta try it. It's a bit of fun. Guys, whoa, everyone relax. We're in... I don't know what to call it. Space, maybe? Like, there just seems to be ample room here. You know what? I'm gonna dub it space. I'm gonna dub it space. Just for everyone on the ship. I'm dubbing this space. Planting the
Callum is going to
Planar
look at
Detective Agency
Aegeus.
flag.
Callum's going to look at Aegeus at this point and go, "Why are you floating? Like, have you just decided to fucking float or something? Nobody here is floating except you. Is this a skeleton thing?"
I'm just going to tie him to the side of the ship like a balloon.
Like a helium balloon.
Is he,
Okay. Like, pulled by the ship.
I'm like, oh, he's actually floating. I thought that was in my head. Okay, well, I can pull him down. Dude, do you want to be floating?
I think, I don't know, this is going to sound crazy, but I kind of feel like I'm at home in this space. I don't know what it is, but something feels very natural about the unnatural, kind of like a skeleton walking around and doing things, you know?
Mm-hmm. Aegis is losing his mind.
Aegis, look, I would agree with you that this is a tremendous place. The times that I visited, it has felt... when I've been in the presence of the Watcher, I have been very much at ease. Felt like I'm meant to be here. I have to admit, I also have flashbacks of when I was not meant to be here. But this is definitely not okay. And Joel points over at this tear in reality. That is very much not okay. And not meant to be here. The Watcher specifically warns me of that.
You know, before we came in, a few episodes ago, I had the Onyx pendant and the Onyx and the Astral Plane necklace, and I couldn't push them together, and it was almost creating like a mini storm in front of me. Is that doing anything in my pockets while we're in the actual Astral Plane? Is it like a tuning fork and it's pointing towards the void? Is it doing anything dodgy? What's the crack with that?
The which one are you trying to pay attention to here?
The onyx pendant.
Okay, make me an investigation check based on that then, please.
Oh.
First roll. Woo!
Oh God, that'll be
Second roll.
a solid 5.
Cool.
Solid
No
5.
idea what that-
You take the
Sorry,
onyx
Danny.
crystal out, and it feels warm to the touch, but other than that, you can't really pick up anything that it's doing. But as you mentioned that astral necklace, Lex, what's your biggest fear entering into the astral plane?
Well, if it's about to come true, my biggest fear is getting out of here safely.
Can you be more specific?
My biggest
on that
fear. No, I was trying to game the system, Matt. My biggest fear. What would Lex's biggest fear be? Now he knows his brother is alive and he's linked potentially to the Celestial Shard. My biggest fear has shifted in recent days to now be worrying if he is part of this great evil that we're trying to stop, and I'm the only one left of my family who is, well, not evil. So I'm now worried my brother might be evil. That's my biggest fear now.
Excellent.
Why did I tell you that?
What would Jules' biggest fear be as she enters into the astral plane?
I don't think it really came up for her, certainly in the decision making of coming to the astral plane. But now she's here, she's suddenly fearful of being trapped in the astral plane without the aid of the Watcher and with no way home.
Excellent. Cavern. What do you say Cavern's biggest fear is?
I'm just getting my shit together, you know? I'm just like, life is starting to fucking make a little bit of sense. And here we are in this space that may at the very least hit pause on that, or worse, send me into another type of spiral of trauma and confusion and anger and all that stuff. But I just don't want to go there.
Excellent. And finally then, Aegeus. What
I
your
would say,
biggest
you
fear
know,
be?
in the astral, outside of the astral plane, I think my biggest fear would be different. Inside the astral plane, I think my biggest fear is that tugging that you mentioned on the memories, the pulling and possible slipping of the things that Aegeus now realizes actually are the things he holds most dear to him, having lost memories in the past. So I would say probably that, but in the same breath, he also just feels very like, he feels close to like kind of death here. It's like, it's close enough that like in a weird way it just feels right. So I think he's also kind of clocked into that same thing as Lex. Is just he's thinking about those memories not leaving his head, like almost like if it was like concentrating on spells. He's like, first layer of concentration is keeping the memories in, and then he's doing all the other thought to like float at the moment and do all the other shit on top of that, I reckon.
Excellent. Nikki, take 4 points of inspiration, please.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, what?
Dude, I haven't had 4 points of inspiration in the year and a bit I've been here. Nikki's been here for 20 minutes.
Matt's never given any of us inspiration. He would slap me when I asked him for inspiration.
This is bullshit.
In that moment, then, Lex, as you take the onyx crystal out and sort of don't see too much going on with that, you also pull out that astral necklace, and as you do so, in front of you all, in the middle of the Skyloom's deck, a tear appears. Not purple, but bright blue. Sparks of energy, ether, and force fly around and begin to swirl in a torrent of energy and activity. And that light grows brighter and brighter and brighter. I would like all 4 of you, the Planar Detective Agency that is, to make me perception checks, please.
So it's the astral necklace that's created this.
Fuck's sake.
18.
18?
It's a perception,
15.
yeah?
Perception, yeah.
Yeah. 14.
15? Cavan?
Crit fail. Big fail.
Fail.
Oh, God.
Cavan ultimately overly distracted then. But for the other 3 of you, for the briefest of moments, you think you hear the sound of wings. And as that light then flashes out, before you stands a figure. Nikki, please describe to me what the Planar Detective Agency sees.
Woo!
Woo!
Okay. So standing before you is a female form. She stands, almost floats, with quiet poise, her amber hair braided down her back. Her eyes seem to shift slowly through hues of gold, green, deepest blue, and violet, almost like oil on water. Her form shimmers and flickers, just enough to make you look twice. Is her entire shape shifting on the astral winds? No, of course not. It's just a trick of the light.
Good stuff.
Wow.
All of you.
Dear
this figure.
Lord.
I mean, is it an overreaction if I cast lightning bolt?
I don't know, Lex. Does that count as an overreaction? Mr. Man of Logic.
Well, I'm not feeling very, calm and centered. Let's put it that way.
Edgius will, in his mind, shift gravity so that he basically is falling down the horizontal of the ship, basically, and I'm gonna land on one of the masts, and I'm gonna turn and look up at this being, and then look back at Takami, and then not look away from Takami, and just be like, I didn't even look.
Why are you staring at me rather than the weird thing that's just appeared on deck?
I just wanted to make sure that you know that I wasn't looking, and that her shimmery essence wasn't I just wanted to make sure. It was like a security thing. It was a reassurance thing. That's what I was. It was a reassurance.
Really? That's what you're worrying about right now.
Funnily enough, when I'm not worrying about it, I'm getting it wrong, and when I'm worrying about it, I'm getting it wrong. So I'm just trying it all the time now.
Jules got a dagger out, but in a careful poise. Are you a friend or foe?
Callum would join you there with the blade just held out. What she said.
Peace. I do not come to bring you trouble. Your fears have reached further than you realize, and, well, here I am.
What do you mean our
welcoming
fears?
you to the astral plane. You may call me
Do
Tamora
you always
Vesta.
Is this welcome party a thing that happens all the time, Jewel? Every time you visit? Is this
No.
You beat me to it by about 4 seconds.
Not at all. I've never met this individual before. I've only ever seen the Watcher. Do you know of the Watcher?
I am very familiar with the Watcher, yes. His ethereal form has called to me, summoned me. I am at his command.
Sorry, actually, can I insight that?
100%.
Yeah.
While you do that, I elbow Lex and I say, "Shh, should we give her a business card? It might be a good recruit." She knows.
21 on
There's literally
insight.
2 people in this whole plane. I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay.
Play by ear.
With a 20,
Yeah.
with a 21 insight, absolute truth.
Joel visibly relaxes as soon as he hears that basically the Watcher summoned this
You'll
individual.
make me an investigation check.
Does that mean you're on the team?
I
20.
Does
suppose
this mean we don't need
that
Jim?
very
Gotta love satellite delay. Carry on, Nikki.
someone asked, am I on the team? Lex?
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
Someone?
Yeah, Lex.
I'm here to help in whatever way I can, if that's what you mean.
Well, that's nice. We don't often get much of that. Here's a business card, because that means if there is 2 people, Lex, then half of them know about us. And I will extend a business card horizontally from the mast towards you.
The Planar Detective Agency. Interesting. Are you here to detect something?
Yes, we are here to detect another portal that would get us to the west of Enoweth, which is like that away.
Forgive
Yeah,
me,
the
forgive me,
irony is
Edgiest,
we're
but
supposed to be taking a shortcut.
I kind
Yeah,
of
this
feel
is a
like
shortcut.
that, pointing again at this void tear, is quite likely on our to-do list.
So we came in here to make the journey quicker, but what we've actually done is instigated a really big detour.
Well, it sounds
I will
familiar, at
say,
least.
everyone, the last time that I
on
requested that everyone that we sidetrack, I may have been wrong. So
Is this going to be another more Stacy
that is
situation?
why I am actually saying, as much as I have literally just said that, I've realised I followed into exactly the same thing I did last time. So
Flip side, though, if that is the void pointing at the big purple tear, which I think we all agree it is, our ultimate mission is to stop that. So technically, this detour is part of the overall mission. If we stop that, it might help us back on the material plane. The effect that bleeds through, right? Tamara?
Are you saying
Laura,
that
even?
a side quest is actually going to help our main quest for once? I'm not sure that's a real thing, Lex. I'm not sure I believe you.
I know that's never happened before, but I think that is actually the case this time.
look,
What's
I'm
a
sorry.
side quest?
We're all having this conversation. Please, is this why you have been sent to us?
To fix the rift?
Oh, apparently not. Maybe? Yes?
Well, I think it would be a good idea. I don't think we should probably leave it as is.
Well, so if you've been sent by the Watcher, did the Watcher think that you plus our combined power could do something like that? Or like in your, astral estimation, good welcome package spirit?
I suppose he must think that I'm equipped to help you. I don't know what exactly the Detective Planar agent, the Planar Detective Agency? What are your skills? What are your experiences?
They are varied. We dabble.
A bit of this,
We
bit
killed
of that.
we killed a dragon or two, closed some portals, murdered some priests. You probably heard some
Saved the
songs
world.
about it. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
She pauses and kind of, you can see her thinking through her memories, and a look of confusion is just getting more and more severe on her face. Then she just, she's quite, yes, indeed.
Lex, we have been able to open and indeed close portals. do you think that
Yep.
the rift is going to be similar, just on a different scale?
Oh, good question. Hang on. I will see if I can tune into the frequency of the void tear.
So just before you do that, Dave, what was your investigation check?
21.
21.
Jesus.
Lex, make me an investigation check as well, please.
On the floor, there it is.
Upstairs.
Yep, there we go, folks.
Danny.
We need a fucking bingo card.
It's like every time you'd make one. I put a quid in every time it happens. I'll be skinned. Right, I got another 14. I haven't rolled above a 14 yet. 14.
So you got another 14.
I'm changing that
Very
dice.
good. Jewel,
Yep.
you would recognise that across Timor... Do we say Timor or Timor? Sorry, Nick.
Timora.
Timora. Across the robes that she wears are little emblems of hourglasses and hourglasses with eyes, which you would know, having spent time here and with that individual, are the symbol, the holy symbol of Aeonius the Watcher. The jewel that hangs around her neck is very, very similar to something that is being held in Lex's hand. Lex, with your 14, you make that single connection. Like, necklace, 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 necklace.
I cannot help to notice the necklace you're wearing. Were you drawn to this necklace, or were you trapped in this necklace, or not?
Good question.
Trapped in the necklace. Well, this is the holy symbol of Ionius.
Then did it call you with us entering the Astral Sea? Or you said you were sent by the Watcher, Aeonius, but is that simply a fluke? It's just you're wearing the same necklace, and it is that than Lex is holding.
I'll hold up my
This is-
version.
So you also have worked your way through the ranks of the clergy in the Watcher's temples.
Nope. Found it on a dead guy.
Lex, no, yes. We are clergymen. They call us the.
Aetius, knock it off.
We don't know whether she might be real pissed if we lied about it. You know, I don't know.
Somebody-
Because of course lying has always helped.
Lex, make me a history
full
check.
Disclosure. Yeah, full disclosure. We stopped a guy trying to do void magic or blood magic under a temple, and this was on his victim. And we took it because he was trying to open a portal to this place. And we stopped it and sort of liberated it from him to stop it being used for evil.
Yeah.
I like
So we
that.
And
technically
what-
did.
Accurate, Lex.
Huh?
The timekeeper.
Is that 100% accurate?
That's how I remember it. So, sorry,
So,
Nikki, you carry
Timor
on.
asks you, the timekeeper?
Yes. What happened to the timekeeper who was wearing the holy symbol?
I did roll a 16 on history, so I don't know whether that does help me remember anything that happened.
It's an interesting question for Jewel.
Ah.
Because at the time that Lex found this item, not the
were
onyx
dead.
necklace, but the other one, you were dead.
I was dead.
I am going to say something resonates within Jewel. You're not sure why, but there is a resonance, almost like a calling towards
Can I also be like timekeeper? Maybe Lex had mentioned, or had that maybe he had mentioned a while back that phrase timekeeper in relation to saving me, and I can just that's the only connection I have.
I don't think Timekeeper's ringing a bell for Lex, to be honest with you. It's not ringing a bell for Danny.
It
Wasn't
isn't,
the guy already
but
dead?
do make me a history check.
Come on. Fuck me. 12. I'm rolling shit.
12. The only thing you can recall about this astral necklace is that you got it from a tomb
Oh, thank you.
in the middle of your
sorry.
Yeah.
To answer your question tomorrow, no, the Timekeeper isn't ringing any bells for me. I got it in a tomb in Geldorn. So nobody was alive when I got it.
You see, like, just a shiver pass over her. And again, you don't know if it's just a trick of the light. There's something about her form that makes her expression quite difficult to read.
They found this artifact, and it helped them retrieve my soul. It had been trapped because I had been killed, but it hadn't quite worked. My soul ended up here, and they managed to retrieve it and put it back in, well, my body, I guess. So it was very useful, but yes, it was simply a retrieval. Of course, we kept it because we thought it might be useful in the future. Lex, did you not then use it to then get us through, or opens a portal into the
I
astral
used it
plane?
as a portal key to open. Yeah, we now essentially just use it as a portal key to get in and out of the astral plane. I say it like we do that all the time. This is the first time we've done that.
Well, that portal in particular.
Am I committing some form of blasphemy? Should I not have this? Should Jewel have it? As the
Well, it's simply that it's
watch friend.
It is the holy symbol of the Timekeepers, the clergy, the clerics of Ionius, and I'm just curious how it came into your hands if you have not, become an acolyte and worked your way through those ranks. And I do wonder about this tomb.
Yeah, you could argue actually by a sort of left-sided logic that I am an acolyte of the old Kronos, right? So I technically am a timekeeper of sorts, but for Primus now, who used to be the old Kronos, who is now the Watcher because he passed the torch. So technically, I was your old boss's acolyte in a way.
We're all confused.
Callum's gone
don't
cross-eyed.
Jewel turns to Calvin and says, "I need a drink." Good lord.
Yeah.
That makes sense, all right? Primus was the old Watcher. Watcher is the new Watcher. I work for Primus. Technically, he looks over the Great Equation, which is timekeeping. So yes, not officially a clergyman, but I think I am qualified a little bit to at least have it.
Essentially,
feel better.
Lex
Yeah.
Roll me a
works for a
religion
guy,
check,
works
please.
for a guy who works for a guy who robbed a guy of time, and Lex works for that guy, essentially.
Yeah.
Ipso facto, Lex is an acolyte.
That was a 10 on my religion check, and I have a +8 on that.
So you rolled a 2. Solid first roll of the night for Nicky. With a 10, Primus, Cronus mean absolutely nothing to you.
Oh, good. That spiel was for nothing.
Yeah. Yep. Tomorrow.
So,
Do
go
you
ahead.
know? Just I don't know. Just a bigger step back context type of situation. Are you here like on your own consent, or do you feel like do you want to be here, or is this a mission that you had to take without really having a say?
Again, there's like a flicker of light that almost just shields what she's feeling and thinking. And she takes a pause and says, "Well, I suppose doing the will of Ionius is my will. My fate is wrapped, intertwined amongst your fate."
See, because like I can relate to that a little bit because, like, my fate is kind of tied to the PDA, and we're trying to do things and everything like that. But like deep down inside, and I look to Jewel, Lex, and Edgius, and I take a minute and I say, like, deep down inside, I'm not sure, really, 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 whether I want to be here myself. Like, I got other plans in my life, and I don't know. I just got that feeling like I just want to make sure that, if you want to be here, then awesome, let's fucking do this. But like, if you're feeling, kind of like I'm feeling, that's a shitty feeling.
Edgius will put his hand on Cavan's shoulder and walk down the mast and rejoin, making gravity in his mind be the deck of the shit. And be like, look, essentially, we have a bunch of gods on a list. Some are like Fey people, some are other dudes, and like we're gonna go kick some people's asses. So like, if we need to add your god to our list, Jules, sorry, we're hey, if it was my god, I'd add it to the list. But we might need to, if we need to kick your god's ass, we can do. It's we can just add it to the list.
It's kind of what I was thinking as well. Like, if you have any, like, if you got any fucking
guys, honestly, the Watcher has been nothing but good to me.
I don't know. It's dude, nothing against the Watcher. I'm just saying, like, Tamora, if like, let's do this. If you have an additional agenda, let's wrap that into our like greater agenda. Or if you want to tie in, then let's use all of the information and power and knowledge that you have to progress this thing. Either way is cool with us. Like, we made side missions all the time, so it's not like a thing. This is kind of like a side mission, I think. We don't even know what the real mission is anymore, to be fair. I mean, like, there's about 7 real missions, but if you tie them all together, then it becomes this central mission. But then they could all be viewed as side missions, and then
I like to think of it as like a loom, and it's a weave of threads, and the thread is making a cozy jumper for a holiday season. That's how I kind of like to think of it in my head.
Look,
are we all having an existential crisis? What the hell is going on?
I think the astral plane is affecting us. This is very weird. Look, I think they're here on their own volition. I have to take them on their word.
Yeah.
Yes. So
I looked at Tamora. Yes.
I have only one desire and one mission, a very singular mission, and that is to help you. And by doing so, I will become what I need to become and be where I need to be.
Oh,
okay.
All right. Welcome to the team.
That's kind of dope. Yeah, that's awesome.
Just out of clarity, what mission do you think it is that you're helping us with? Just to make sure we're thinking of the same mission, right?
We totally have a mission, and of course we know what that is.
Yeah. You tell us what you think the mission is so that we can confirm that you're actually able to be part of the mission.
Yeah.
That way we know.
I am simply here to ensure that events transpire as they should.
Oh, good. I was worried you were going to be specific.
Yep. Okay.
Spoken like a true acolyte of fate.
Finally, on just rolling back to this necklace, would you be happier if I was holding the necklace? The Watcher has bestowed some powers on me, and she kind of like very subtly, like doesn't officially use a power, but kind of, the cloak glows. Her eyes show the reflection of the astral plane, just to show that she has some of the powers of the Watcher. Would you be happier if I was guardian of this artifact?
Well, may I just take a moment to examine it? She feels very drawn to the artifact.
I'll look at the group as if to say, am I allowed to give it to her? Is that okay?
To be a nod from Joel.
Yeah, do it.
Big thumbs up from Callum.
I'll present you the present you the necklace.
Okay.
On bended knee.
Reach up. I take
Even Takami's there at this point and go, what the fuck is he doing?
the amulet. Matt, does anything happen when I take the amulet?
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Oh, does anything happen when you take the... Of course something happens when you take the amulet. So, as you pick this amulet up, I would like, Nikki, I would like you to make me a history check and also a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. History check is 17. Dex saving throw is a 13.
A 13. Okay. So as your fingers connect with this astral necklace, which is uncannily similar to yours, you have a flash of memory. And I'm going to send that in a DM's whisper. Shortly. With the 13 dexterity saving throw, however, with both of these necklaces being in such close proximity, there is what I'm going to term a paradoxical moment, and you are going to take 2 points of force damage, as there is just like this spark of energy, and you drop the astral necklace to the floor.
Can't put the TARDIS in the same place at the same time.
Do we see this?
Oh yeah.
This-
You see the spark and the drop.
I'll pick it up and be like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'll pick it up as if it's going to be hot. Like thinking it's... Is it hot?
Did you mean to do that?
That's deep in thoughts.
It's not hot.
Okay.
What happened there? Are you okay?
I will answer that momentarily.
Sorry.
She's in a state of shock. She's in a state of shock, everybody.
Talk amongst yourselves, goddammit.
Yes, quite.
Oh. Go.
I'm quite all right. Just a distant memory. Nothing to be afraid of.
I mean, you say nothing to be afraid of, but the way you say it is quite menacing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's not reassuring, is what I'm saying.
Perhaps you're hearing it through some sort of a lens of fear.
Nice.
You looked directly into my soul and read me like a book. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Tempted to give you another point of inspiration for that one, Nikki.
I will.
Go for it.
I'll move
Take
the
it.
necklace as far away from Tamura's as possible, and I'll just drape it over Jules' head, so she's now wearing it.
Does anything happen
feel like
to
order has been
me
restored?
while I'm wearing it?
So,
You feel a
Tomorrow
weight
it's-
around your neck as the astral necklace just lays there.
Cool. I then
Just-
cover it
Kevin?
with my clothes and just tuck it under and was like, okay.
Timur, just to clarify, do you consider yourself sort of like an assist person in this challenge, or like the point of an arrow as we advance forward with fundamental information to kind of progress us forward? Just to kind of understand, because we are really capable of making our own plans. We can do that, but we also are pretty good at like ceding that that control, that power to others, and we can play supporting.
Kevin,
well.
do you actually believe the second half of what you just said?
No, not at all.
Because
I'm trying to.
I was gonna say I don't know when we've done well at that at all. But his point does stand. Are you here to guide us, or are you here to like merely like pass the ball if
Follow.
you get it kind of vibe?
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I was quite distracted by that distant memory. Was that question for me?
Yeah, no, that's okay. That's okay. So, like, when you when you're,
Oh,
I don't know if you,
this is the question of the arrow. Is that your question, Kevin?
Yes.
well, that was a metaphor, yeah.
Gentlemen? So I
Yeah,
suppose
so, yeah.
if I am the arrowhead, then the four of you are most likely the fletching.
Okay.
So
Okay.
glad you didn't
Let's
say
Perhaps
shark.
not
Watcher
because that
pretend
is
we
would
know
the
what
bow.
fletching is.
Yeah, we would not have been able to contain ourselves if we said anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, you could... shaft. I was waiting for the word shaft, and it didn't come, and I'm disappointed.
No.
No.
So does that mean you're
Top
leading
choice
and
and
we're
word thinking.
following, right? Right? You're leading, we follow. Is that what we've
well-
established?
I suppose Ionius is perhaps the bow, and Fate is perhaps the archer.
Do you know
Okay.
what?
Can we change
This
metaphors?
this-
I'm not following.
This metaphor is dope. I'm not
Guys,
gonna lie.
what were we going to do before this? How are we going to trek the Astral Sea? Shall we do that?
I'm gonna grab Jim by the scruff of his neck and pull him into the conversation. Be like, Jim here said he
Hey,
was gonna
what?
lead us away
What?
for a bunch of gold, didn't you, Jim?
Hey,
You said you were gonna lead us, didn't you, Jim? But now your maps aren't working, so maybe you and Tamora can work out where in the fate we need to get the fuck out of here to go see Lex's brother after we've dealt with the giant fucking purple tear in the void.
Is the purple
Fucking
Is the
We're
portal
not
behind
going
us
near the
shut
purple
now?
Oh, the one you came through, yeah, gone.
Oh shit. Oh, I tried to tune into the
but-
frequency a minute ago. Did it work?
Tamora, just to give you some clarity, this is kind of how we operate. We stumble around for half. We call it an episode, and then what we do is we pull it all together towards the end, and it makes some sort of like illogical sense, and then we just progress on to the next what we call episode. So this is kind of like how it works. But it all
runs
Lex
sitcom
usually comes out
style.
with something like "fucking nailed it," and then we move on.
Yeah. There's usually some sort of heartfelt message at the end that one of us says directly looking into camera, and then we kind of end it there. That's about it.
Well, it is
we
an
love a
honor
bit of
to be
meta.
involved. I'm very pleased to be here.
Can I
Could you
insight
please
check? I'm
provide
gonna
me
insight
some
check that.
direction?
Well, you know what, Tamura? You're actually the first person that's been stoked to join us. Like, Takami came begrudgingly. Callum, we saved him, so he kind of like
Still
owes us
begrudging.
and is yeah, exactly. See, exactly. You know, and you know, it's nice to hear someone who actually wants to be part of the gang. I feel like the rest of these jabronis have kind of like fallen into step.
Hey,
But,
hey, Bone Boy.
Huh? Yeah.
Don't tarnish me with that brush. I wanted to be him. In fact, I was here before you, cheeky fuck.
Well, you were kind of here, but you weren't like mentally here. You were like checked out. Remember, you were like whining about the Lord of Winter until like, you know, I let you beat him at a game of.
Well, he did have me by the proverbial
Parchment
balls
crossblades.
up until I spoke to a very nice queen.
Well, I mean,
Her
that
voice does
maybe
sound
the-
familiar, actually, the Queen, thinking about it. I think
I actually wasn't there for that. Or maybe it just slipped my memory. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, you were frozen in
Anyway.
time while I was speaking to her. But anyway, she had a lovely voice and gave me a mint
So
power.
while
And, yes.
Jim tries to navigate where the fuck we need to go to get back out of this place, I'm going to try and figure out what to do with that. And I will try and... Oh, does
So
my
your
Book of
roll
Planes
for
have a void
resonance,
page?
what-
Yep.
No,
roll-
absolutely not.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
your roll
It's not
for
even at the back.
resonance, though, what? No, it's nowhere. But your roll, you were trying to tune into the frequency of what? Sorry.
The void tear. Because if I know its frequency, I'll know what
Maybe
key
an
I need.
Arcana check then. I'll say with advantage.
Fucking hell. Oh, good. Good, thank you. Come on, that's better. 18. I'm glad you said advantage. Because the first one was... Oh, shit.
Excellent. With an 18, you sort of tap into your natural planar abilities that you now have. And you reach out for a frequency, and it's almost like an absence of a frequency. Like, even the air around you in this plane has its own frequency, but as you specifically try and tune into that void tear, it's almost like pure silence.
Guys, I think we have a problem. You know, usually a portal, I can sense its frequency, I figure out what key it needs, I use that key to close it. That's going to be quite hard to do with the void when it literally has no frequency, and it, by definition, is the absence of everything. So, how can you open something with nothing, or close nothing with nothing?
Seriously, where is this drink? Come on.
We have
Jim hands you a flagon. It's like,
Oh,
I brought
thank
this
you.
along.
The only thing, hang on, talk about what am I talking about? We could use. We've got the power of the Star Touch crystal, right? We can all together, if we all attune to ourselves and concentrate, we can close any planar. We can do the planar seal. We can rifts,
Yes, but
portals, gateways. We can shut it.
is it? Will it definitely work on the rift? Is this something achievable now?
Tomorrow? Can we
And-
any rift closing? Do you know about any?
We can
big
also
old
maybe
rift close.
tune into it.
I'm not entirely sure if the rift should be closed on this side of the plane or on the other side when you have finished.
Oh,
Ooh.
if we're in the void,
That's
we
a
can
fucking
then
good
close
point.
the rift because we can then connect to.
No, we don't go into the void to close it. I think she means close it from the material plane.
I don't know.
'Cause if we close it while we're in there, how do we get out?
Presumably you would like to return to from whence you came.
Oh, that would be rather nice.
As of about half an hour ago, yeah, I would love to be home. Yep.
Okay, well then, what brought you here and why did you need to open a rift to come?
Poor
It's a great
decisions,
question.
mainly.
Well, let's start with that.
Planar Detective Agency, poor decisions.
Decisions.
As leader of this poor decision in this actual instance, Edgius will step forward and be like, okay, well, essentially, we were trying to find Lex's brother, and we thought we could take the astral plane as a shortcut. So, actually, what would be amazing is, Tamora, if you could come here with Jim and combine your efforts together with him to maybe give us like how we get to the rift and maybe close it, and then where we would need to exit the astral plane to get to where we're needing to go. That would maybe be like super helpful, and then we can start heading that way. Did I nail it,
Well,
guys?
I've
Yeah,
got two thoughts, right? We could use the power of the Star Touch crystal to either open another portal just to get out of here, regardless of where we end up, just to get out of here and airship it normally to the west. Or we do have something we haven't tried before, where we can use stellar navigation. But all that will do is help us locate stars, planets, celestial bodies that we have seen before. So if anything, that would just take us to the Watcher, probably, rather than out of here. Would that be helpful?
Well, maybe
Question
the
mark.
Watcher can then guide us to where we need to go, perhaps?
Hey, Tamora. Like, is there an obvious, like, we got some options. We have tried some different things, but this is kind of your space. Is there a fucking shortcut for the shortcut?
Am I right in thinking that you've simply opened a rift into the astral plane so that you can pass through it, only to get to another plane and you have no interest in being here?
Yeah. That's
Pretty much sums it up,
exactly.
yeah.
And the Watcher has deemed this important enough to send me.
Yeah. I'm kind
It
of
does sound quite trivial when you put it like that. Yeah.
small potatoes,
Am I simply
Unless-
his journeyman?
like a tour guide, Uber driver. I don't know. Think about it in terms of like
Fuck is Uber?
the
Uber was that horse and cart service in Union City. You don't remember?
Yes.
Eh.
I suppose I can help in some way.
Timur, the Watcher did alert me to the rift last time we spoke. He did say that it was of prime importance that we fix, or we are on a mission to try and resolve all of these rifts, all of these things that are going on, and one of the things we are trying to do is simply get to somewhere on our normal plane quicker, and that is why we have passed. Hopefully the Watcher has sent you just to try and ease our passing, make it secure, because like it or not, my friends have reminded me that we really are on a mission that cannot be stopped, as much as I wish other people could do it.
And without going into too much detail about all these mini episodes that you've had before, what exactly is your mission?
Your guess is good.
If I oversimplify it, we've got to get pieces of the Codex to put it together to kill or destroy the Shrouded Lord, trap him back from whence he came, and prevent the Void from taking over the world and the multiverse.
Which hopefully will close the Void rifts and everyone is saved.
Yeah.
Sorry, who's trying to take over the multiverse?
The Shrouded Lord.
The Shrouded Lord. I see. I
The
mean,
Lord
it
of
seems
Shrouds.
honourable enough as a mission. So, I'm here to ease your passing through the astral plane. What can I do to make your time here more comfortable? Would you like to attend some kind of a religious ceremony to ease your fears, or would you like to go to a tavern perhaps and drink your worries away? I mean, how can I help? Let me know.
Just
I mean,
kind of beeline our way out of here. I think we've done a lot of taverning, and we're just ready to kind of keep going. You know, we want to go. We want
basically.
Yeah.
So, Jim is your navigator?
Not anymore.
I'm not a navigator. I'm the astral plane expert, or I suppose that's you now.
No,
I'm Jim.
Nope.
Jim.
Demoted.
You've let me down. You've
can
let
I-
yourself down. You've let the team down.
Dishonor upon you,
And
your family,
yeah, I know
and
the
your
deposit
cow.
was non-refundable, but you are not getting paid. Let's just get that on the table. Okay.
Oh.
When
Well,
I
Very sorry, I cannot be of any. Okay.
when
Oh, I didn't
When my
I didn't make him
attention-
cry.
Go on, Nick.
when my attention focuses on Jim, do I sense anything about his current state of emotional well-being?
Make me an insight check, please.
While that's happening, I'm just gonna say I love you, everyone. I apologize. I came into this with a migraine and I'm just struggling ass over here, so I'm gonna dip out for the night. I appreciate you all, Nikki.
No
It was a
worries, buddy.
pleasure meeting you, and I look forward to continuing this with you next week. Love you all. Thank you, everyone who
See you
rated.
later.
Appreciate
Feel
you
better
guys.
soon, dude.
Thanks for coming. Bye.
Much love, guys. Appreciate you all.
Feel better.
Buddy will be back with this
Insight
next week.
was-
that's it, so.
The Astral Sea takes its first victim.
Ooh, too soon.
So, go on, Nikki. The insight was what?
A 19.
A 19. You very quickly come to realise that Jim knows nothing about the astral plane. He has been flying by the seat of his pants for like literally since he got here. Him and his best mate had set up some form of scam where they were just shunting people into planes who knows where, and just walking away.
I see. Okay, and I know all that from. Okay.
You kind of get the insight that he is a total fraud. I will say with the 19 insight and your knowledge of the astral plane that you have been granted either memories or visions of people just appearing out of nowhere and being left. And you get the familiar feel from those visions and memories that it's back to this individual.
Okay. Does he seem in any way like bothered or like remorseful that like he's
He
done
is
that sort of
shitting
thing?
himself right now. Like, he is in absolute panic. He was hoping he was just going to point some people in the direction, send them on away, but no, they've brought him to the one place he doesn't want to be. So yeah.
Okay. Do I have some kind of like tome or artifact or like invitation to Ionius's temple that I might be able to offer him to help him understand more about what he's actually done and the gravity of the situation and to help him make repairs?
We are in the astral plane, and as you think that, the holy book of Aeonius with all the tenets appear in your hand. And you hold it out to Jim.
Perfect. Jimmy, I can sense that you really are quite regretful of some of your past actions, and perhaps you could correct them. Perhaps you could gain knowledge and fix the course of your fate. And I hand him the Chronicles of Continuance, the series of ancient scrolls detailing the nature of time, the importance of fate, and how knowledge intertwines with both.
Ooh, can I have
And
a
he
copy?
stands there. Jim stands there and looks at it. Thank you, Miss Tamora. Maybe I should think about the way I've been acting and what I've been. Oh, I'm such a fraud! And as he does that, there's a moment where this dark energy appears from behind him. And something closes around his head. And you just hear this. And Jim's head is gone.
Just his head?
Just his head. Body drops to the floor.
I mean, about 3 seconds
Behind
before...
him. Go on.
Does that mean I can have the book?
I was going to say about 5 seconds before I was going to go... I was going to say that I think we all want to roll initiative on him, but now I think we're going to have to. Fuck.
So as his body drops to the floor and Lex jokingly sort of says, "Can I have the book?" the force behind him begins to take shape. And it is darkness. It is this strange creature that hovers feet above the ground. I'm now seeing the chat messages, which are brilliant as well. And this humanoid form with these sort of blue lines that bleed through it, but where the head is, just this open void appears. And if we'd all like to open up Owlbear Rodeo, we can have some fun. Nikki, if you need that link, it should be in the lore document, but if not, I can send it to you again.
Let me see.
I could probably drop it to you in Discord, actually, would do that, wouldn't it?
Oh boy!
I think I'm getting it here.
So yes, we'll let everybody look at it. So yes, this creature appears, and as you then notice, not one, not two, not four, but about 10 creatures appear on board the ship. The crew of the Skyloom all seem in this moment just locked in place and time, unmoving, unfazed, and yeah. I am also going to say, just to keep things simple in this fight, that Aegeus also, for some reason, just seems locked in time and space. Just while he's not here, and it saves me having to run more than one character. So, there we go. And I'll lock him off there.
Oh boy.
Let's roll some initiative.
Yes! Let's do it. Okay then, scores on the doors. Jewel, 15.
15. Lex, Is Danny still here?
18.
Can't anybody, but I think
Having my
I think I
gun,
read that.
Yep.
Kevin,
21.
21. Jesus Christ! I will quickly roll for Takami.
Oh, shit, I need to roll for...
The natural 1 for a 5.
I'll roll for...
Tamora,
12.
12. And then Callum, Dave. Initiative bonus of 3.
5.
Brilliant. What a start.
Yep.
Maybe
I need to get his
excellent
dice.
stuff. We will start the round then with Kevin. You have seen... when I get my... In fact, where are we? We've seen this creature effectively just... I don't know what you'd call it, just disappear Jim's head. And as the body falls to the floor, there's no blood, no nothing. There's just no head. And Jim sort of falls over the railing of the stairs and lands in a heap on the deck. You see the rest of the crew and Edgius in this sort of stunned, frozen state as the ship just continues to move forward through the Astral Sea. What would you like to do?
Can I harken back to what I saw earlier when Edgius was able to float a little bit?
Yes.
And the words he used, I think, were that he just was able to think about something and it kind of happened without actually doing it. So in that moment, I'd like to think about gravity-free or getting a perspective to assess this situation a little bit differently, and in doing so, I want to float. I want to float above this to see what we're up against.
Excellent stuff. So, as per the rules of the astral plane, you can indeed fly, and your flying speed is equal to your walking speed, and it only takes a thought to move that distance in that direction. So yes, if you want to fly your movement speed up, you certainly can do.
Cool. Do you see the middle mast? The middle sail. There's a crossbar on the middle sail. I'd like to fly up to that crossbar and stand on it.
I will allow that. I will put you up here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so now I can see what's behind us as well.
Yes, you've got full vantage point across the whole battlefield.
And I will express to the rest of the group, guys, up here, guys, hello, they're everywhere. We're
what do your human eyes see?
I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 of those fucking head squashers, those head crunchers, in front of us and behind us. Maybe you want to join me. I don't know. Can they come up here?
Well,
Copies that,
they
Callum.
can certainly try on their turn.
Chasm.
Is there anything else you want to do on your turn? Yeah, there you go, Dave.
Fucking hell.
Anything else you want to do in your turn, Tom?
Yeah. Are those cannons
These
and axes? Yeah.
are certainly cannons, yes.
All right. Into the bow of the ship, is that that's basically the anchor or a fucking metal hooky thing?
This one.
Yeah.
It's an anchor. Yeah.
Cool. Can I try to levitate that and catch it so I have it in my hand? I just
No,
mind
unfortunately not. That is outside of the limits of the astral plane in terms of you don't get telepathy, you just have thought and able to allow you to move and stuff like that. So you can try, but as you go to try, you realise that's outside of the bounds of this realm.
That's outside of the boundaries. Okay. I'm gonna hang up here and see how this goes down.
It's
We
telekinesis,
might,
not telepathy.
Yeah. I'm gonna hang up here.
Cool. In which case, Lex.
I will try and cast. Hang on, I'll move myself first so I can get all of them. I'll move here and I'll try and cast mass suggestion on all of them.
Okay.
So that is a Wisdom 18 save and throw from them all, please.
Is that a charmed effect?
As it doesn't matter. I've used that spell slot. I've only got one 6th level spell slot. Ignore that.
Is it a
I've used it
charmed
already.
effect?
It will be. Yeah.
Oh, you can't do it.
No,
Well,
it's
you've
an
had a long
enchantment
rest
anyway.
since then, surely.
I must.
I don't
well,
think. Actually, no, we didn't. No, we didn't.
No, we haven't.
No. Oh well.
No, I
Tough
used,
shit.
oh fucking hell! I've
so you
actually
can't do
not
that.
got a lot of spell slots left, guys. Let's have a mild panic while I figure out that I've got no spell slots left.
Having an existential
I
crisis in
will.
the astral plane.
I will, instead of doing that, I will line myself up here in front of Tamora, in front of these guys, and I will lightning bolt AA, AAPL, and well, the ones in front of me. You get where I'm
The
going
other
with it.
AA, yeah. Very
Yep.
good. In
Which
fact,
is
let's label
Dex
these just so
18
I
saving
know.
throw.
We'll call it A. Just let me label all of these. B. 1. C. I should have done this earlier. D. We'll do that there. So that's a Dex 18, you say?
Yep.
Okay. So the AAs get a 15, and then AAPL. Oh no, sorry, that was a 15 for AAPL. The AAs get. Where did I get? 10. So all of them fail in that line.
8D.
So A1 and
8D6
C.
lightning damage coming at you. Of course, one jumped out. Where the fuck's that gone?
And it's
That's gone forever.
that's in the astral plane, just bobbing around now
Yeah.
somewhere.
Oh fucking hell!
Some
I found
random-
it.
There we go.
It always ends up in the gutter of the desk, right? 2, 4, 6, 7, 10, 13, 17, 22. That's a bit shit. 22 points of lightning damage. I've got a lot of 2s in
22
that.
Points of luck. 22 to that one. 22 to that one, and 22 to that one. Very good. Anything else on your turn?
Do I want to give myself any spell slots back? As a bonus action, I will. Have I got enough sorcery points? Ooh. I will use. No, I'll save some sorcery points until shit gets real. I don't know how hard they hit yet. I'll leave it there.
Anything else on your turn? Cool. Jewel.
No.
Okay, so Jewel will then be looking behind her, so to the back of the ship, as Kevin has said. We'll turn to Takami and say, Takami, you and I, the ones at the back, shall we? And we'll...
She's already got the purple dragon staff off her back and is just spinning it around.
So we'll... So that she can get up there, she's going to have to use her feline agility to go 60 feet. So, should be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. We'll easily be able to get to there. I think that's to 40 feet, to AAD. And we'll also, because I believe that this is a free action to do so, and just because I don't know how it's actually going to work, if I activate the Astral Whisper,
Yes.
in the Astral Sea, I'm going to see what the hell happens, but it should mean that I can use the Veil of Thoughts. So I can read the surface thoughts of this creature to get insight on its next move, and this will give me advantage on this roll.
Okay. I will say, because this is a
If-
specific feature of these creatures.
Yep. Say if I can
Let's-
read it.
As you go to read their thoughts, you don't get full thought. It's almost like there's just fragments of thoughts. Not a true single thought it's almost like this creature is totally mindless, but formed of a multitude of different fragmented thoughts as well in this place. So I am actually going to ask you to give me an Arcana roll on that one to see if your Veil of Thoughts works or not.
Dirty 20.
There you go. So even
Rolled
with
18.
this, you do still manage to see into some form of, as these fragments of thoughts come together to form an action that may be performed in the next 6 seconds or so. You manage to figure that out and get that advantage.
I sense that I also am just seeing how they move. And in seeing how they move, get an understanding as to how that's going to be. So that will be a attack with the Dusk Dagger. I don't know whether it's dim light here.
It's eternally dim light.
Awesome. So that is a epic 28 to hit.
28 to hit. D will hit.
So it is then. Lots of dice. So. Uh, 28 points of piercing damage.
28
20 points of piercing damage. Plus. The psychic damage. I don't know whether it does anything. It's separate. It's a full 8 of psychic if it does.
You get the impression it doesn't do as much, but it still does something. However, in that you also notice that this creature's form begins to shift, and it's almost like the purple black wisps that look like almost oil around the astral plane. It's almost like they now just sort of wisp away from this creature, as it is considered bloodied.
Cool. Amazing. And then my bonus action. Instead of a bonus action, sorry, I'm going to do Nick, so it's an extra 4 points.
Okay, extra 4 points of damage. Was your bonus action not your astral whisper anyway?
It just
No,
says...
that just happened.
No, the
had
bonus
this,
action in there is the astral shift, which I haven't done, but there's the astral whisper I've just
That's
done.
fine.
And also, because of that, the astral evasion may come into fashion, which I'll read out whether it needs to. It's on my first roll. First attack against me.
Yeah. So I think because you've entered into this astral whisper state, roll me a D100, please.
Yeah, I did think something was going to happen because I'm doing it in the Astral Sea. What's 00?
100.
Yeah, but
Oh no, sorry. If it's that makes whatever's on your single-digit die just that number. So like 9 or whatever.
9. Yeah,
9.
exactly 9. Yeah.
So yeah, excellent stuff. So you rolled a 9. In which case, the minute you sort of activate this and you get that thought, you just can't hold on to it because you're already here.
That's fine.
Reaching out to the astral plane.
Yep.
You're here.
Yeah. Cool. So that's
Anything else?
no longer in effect. Is that right?
No, not
That's
at all.
fine. That's cool.
Anything else on your turn?
That's everything.
Excellent stuff. Timora.
Can I get past Lex into the middle of the 4 people there?
So, if you come to around here, there will be an attack of opportunity from A, but yes, you can move through Lex as if he isn't there, essentially, but it will cost you an extra 5 feet of movement to move.
You can also fly
A.
round.
You can fly around, of course you can. So 5, 10,
Do I
15,
have... Why can I fly?
25. Because you're in the astral plane, and all you need to do is think, and you just fly. The same as your movement speed.
So you could avoid the opportunity attack as well.
Yeah, so can I fly above Lex and out of range of an opportunity attack? Like, get past him?
Yeah. We'll say you fly over and get it. That was me doing it upwards, but you can fly up into there if that's where you want to be.
And are they all within 30 feet of me now?
Let's. Yeah. What are you wanting to do?
I want to use Channel Divinity, Radiance of the Dawn.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool.
Hopefully.
So
Yep.
let's. I should be able to. Oh, have I not turned it on in here? Right. Come on, Matt. Engage your brain. Fuck my life. I've got too many things I'm trying to search through here. So aura.
Do you want me to read out what that does?
Yeah, if you don't mind, just while I'm doing this.
Yeah,
And then
so I emit a flash
30 feet around you is that.
Perfect. So I hold out my holy symbol. Is it an hourglass, the symbol, or is it that I have?
For you, it's the astral necklace, but yes.
Yeah. Well, I hold this out, and I emit a flash of light in a 30-foot emanation originating from me. Any magical darkness in that area is dispelled, and additionally, each creature of my choice in that area must make a Constitution saving throw. Taking radiant damage equal to 2d10 plus my cleric level on a failed save, or half as much on a success.
There we go. Right, let's roll for the AAs first.
Thanks.
That is a 12 plus Constitution. That is 13 for them, and then the PL
Have I got to do it as well?
got like no.
No,
creature
of my
you choose.
choice, so I won't choose you.
Oh.
So
Very
the PL
kind.
got an 8, which I think they all fail.
The save was a 16.
Okay, yeah. They all
So
fail.
yeah, they all take 2d10 plus 12. Let me find my 10s here. Oh. 6 plus 12. 18.
No.
18 points of radiant damage. The
first one was a 1.
I
I'm like,
that
oh.
dice was just
I'm not rolling well.
so 18, B and D. 18 and D. 18. I've created 2Ds there. What am I on?
Yeah.
Let's call that E instead. So, this one is now E.
Nikki, did you take damage earlier when you were looking at that necklace?
Yeah, 2 points.
Yeah.
Excellent stuff. As this flash of radiant light then, and you watch as their forms shift slightly as this essentially radiant but astral radiance bursts out from you as well. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn? There's a lot of creatures just bloodied, by the way.
Nice.
Nice.
Perfect.
So- One,
Let me quickly check.
two. Not that one. That one wasn't in it.
No. I think that's everything that I'm going to do right now, and I'm gonna... I'm gonna fly... It's not gonna matter if I fly up into the air. I'm just gonna have to just stay there in their range.
Okay.
That's okay.
No worries at all. So you went probably 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 would get you to there anyway, so I think that's your movement speed. Excellent stuff then. And yes, sorry, I can't apparently read. Only one creature got bloodied there, but it is right next to Lex. But it is now the go of these creatures. So, this one, number 1 first, is going to... What shall we do? What shall we do? Bum, 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 bum. Ooh, what do I feel like? Let's not do that just yet.
Feel like a woman.
They are going to step forward to Tamora, and as you've just hit it with this radiant light, it is just going to reach out and almost sort of stroke down the side of your head, and it is going to...
Consent first.
It's not going to hit, though, because that's an 11 to try and hit you.
Sorry, an 11 does not hit me.
No. Which is fine. So, am I in the right creature? Yes, I am in the right creature. Bum, 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 bum. Cool, that will be its go. B, then, or number 2, I should say, is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Do these look different to the others?
Yes, 1 and 2 have got these weird sort of holes in their heads, where their head is, so to speak. There's just this void, whereas the others take on a more closed form, if that makes sense. I need a 30-foot cone. Okay, it's going to move forward just one more. Get to there. And then it unleashes this burst of, despite what it looks like on the screen there, this burst of black psionic energy. I need Cameron's 30 feet up, ignore me. Takami is going to have to make a dexterity saving throw.
If it's a cone, though, the cone will go that way as well, won't it? As well as that way.
Yeah, but he's already 30 feet up. He would have to be at the far end of that to get the full 30
yeah,
feet.
that's true. Pythagoras, ladies and gentlemen.
Her dexterity was
your next character.
A lot. Jesus
I'll do a maths-based character.
Um,
That'll be fun for the whole family.
23 on Takami's dexterity saving throw, which means she saves and is not going to take the full amount of that, so she can take half of that. Would have been 32 points of damage. Instead, she's going to take 16 points of force damage and suffers no other effects. 16 points damage. There we go. That is its go. That was 1 and 2. Then we have A, who is stood next to Lex. A is going to... Yeah, almost just sort of this tendril of energy lashes out from it, Lex, and reaches out towards you. I need to get a better dice, because I can't read this one. That is a 12 to hit.
I will use my reaction to cast Anticipate Attack, which I get a flash of foreknowledge and I spot the oncoming attack. Give me time to avoid it, so I get to move half my speed without provoking an opportunity attack, which means I will fuck off over here.
I should have also said as well, because you started within 10 feet of that creature, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw as well.
Oh no. It's not a spell, is it?
No.
Fuck. I'm going to use my inspiration that I've got for advantage, because that was a shit roll and I'm scared of what will happen. Natural 20!
Hey!
Come on!
There you go. So you can feel
this
this
dice now.
weird energy bleeding off the creature, but you manage to sort of duck out of the way. Excellent stuff. That's a B. Then is going to come all the way down here to Callum and just flies down there, and it is going to make a attack against Callum. That's better. I can read that dice. What's that? 10, 15 to hit Callum, which I believe exceeds his armor class of 14. That's aimed at you, Dave.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I knew that. Was that a 15 to hit?
15.
Yeah, hits.
Okay, he's going to take 10 points of psychic damage and must succeed on a charisma saving throw, please.
Charisma saving throw. 25.
Okay, so he succeeds. There's a moment where he's sort of, what the fuck are you trying to do to me? And it's almost like his words just came out garbled for a minute there. Takes damage, but no other effects.
It was 10 damage, was it?
That 10 damage total.
Yep.
10 psychic damage, if that makes a difference, Callum. C is all the way back here, and C is going to...
He was apparently quite hurt. Is that correct? I guess it is. Not quite
yes,
hurt.
after the...
Yep, that's fine.
As in Callum, yeah, he's
Yeah.
taken some damage.
That's fine. Yeah. All good.
C is gonna stay there for a minute. D's gonna attack you, Jewel. A 22 to hit.
Yes, that will hit, and I believe that, as you say, you have. I no longer have the Astral Whisper, so I can't do anything much about that.
So that is 6 points of psychic damage to you, and a charisma saving throw.
Okay. Charisma saving throw. This is not going to go as well. Oh, is it against Charmed or Frightened?
No.
Nope, that's fine. Oh, bugger. 8.
8. You are unable to cast spells with verbal components until the end of your next turn. Or the end of its next turn. Your words come out garbled or reversed. So,
What
your language is garbled, but you can't cast spells. Yeah,
That's fine.
and they're for a rogue, that makes a whole bunch of difference.
Yes!
Very good. We're then over to E, who is going to fly straight over to Tamora. And is going to... Oh, shit. I did it, Danny.
Hey!
Do that again. Does a 21 hit you, Tamora?
It does, yeah.
You are going to take 9 points of psychic damage, and I need a charisma saving throw from you.
Natural 20 on the charisma saving throw.
Yes! Get in there. So you take the 9 points
Finally.
of damage, but your spellcasting ability is unaffected.
Great, thank you.
F is just going to hover around there for a minute. As
Everyone
is...
can find out.
in fact, no, G is going to move up to Jewel. Again, that is a 22 to hit Jewel.
Yeah.
And that is 10 points of psychic damage. And I'm not going to ask you to make me a charisma saving throw because there's just no point.
However, I will halve that. Use my reaction.
Okay. Take 5 points of damage.
Yeah.
H is going to start sneaking down here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to about there. It's just hovering above that stair rail. In fact, it's got 10 more feet of movement, so it's going to go 5, 10 under there.
That
Right,
garbles
under
my
the
speech
sails.
for
There
the
mu-
next round. Is that right?
Yeah,
Cool.
but it only realistically affects your spells, so if you wish to communicate, you can still do that.
Oh, okay.
It's specifically targeting spells.
That's fine.
So, Callum, what would Callum like to do?
Callum, I'm still getting used to because it changed recently, but I think it would be good for a... is this a touch action? Is this touch? How does this work?
Touch me.
Frostbite on AAB next to him.
I think. Where is Callum? Spells.
A creature you can see within range. Oh, Christ. That's like, yeah, 60 feet, anyone.
Where's that coming from?
Frostbite. Or have I got the wrong thing up? I've got the wrong thing
Yeah.
up because that's his old one, isn't it?
What hit points was he on though? Just out of curiosity.
65.
Okay.
Let me open up the new one. Bear with everyone. There you go, that's the new one. I got him. That sounds
Right,
better.
if you refresh, he should be on the right hit points now as well.
Damn, he's got a lot more hit points. Bloody hell.
Yep.
No, it hasn't refreshed, but that's fine. I'll sort that out in a minute.
That's fine.
I think I still have the wrong character sheet, sorry. I think I have 3 of him.
That's fine. I'll send it to you on its way. I can probably take this one very quickly, just so we
Yeah.
don't spend too long. Let me drop that to you so you can have a quick read. He is going to take out his Gilbalban blade, as he is now very, very happy with that, and he will swing, and he gets 3 attacks per action, would you believe it or not now.
Woo!
Queen of Air and Darkness really buffed this fucker up. So he's going to swing once for a... what is that? 24 to hit. Swing twice.
Thank you, Nicky.
For a natural 1. And for a natural 20. So
Natural 20.
That one.
Love it.
So that's 16 plus an extra hit. There's a 1 on there. So 16 plus 7 is 24. 24 points of slashing damage. And that will be it. 24 points of slashing damage to B. And we'll leave Callum there, but B is now injured as well as he swings that blade, cuts through this creature multiple times, and that third strike sort of cuts through once, misses with the second, but the third one he just swings around and aims for the head, and as he just sort of cuts through and the creature reforms around it, he just weighs the blade up in his hand. Thank you, my queen. And yeah, that will be his go.
It's definitely better for him to use the blade now than any of the, than spells, isn't it? Bloody hell. 3 attacks.
Kami is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 over to here, and she is going to spin the Amethyst Dragon Staff, and she's going to do that twice. That's a 15 to hit with the first. And maths, a 19 to hit with the second, which 15 is the magic number, so both of those are going to hit. Bum, bum, bum. 1 of them, 2 of them. 30 points of bludgeoning damage as she swings the Amethyst Dragon Staff around, and that's against H. 30 points damage, and that creature is now injured, and that completes that round. So I am going to suggest we now, having seen what these creatures can do and got ourselves around the battlefield, we are going to take a very, very short break, just to sort of reassess the situation, and then we will be back in about 5-10 minutes or so. So yeah, go get yourselves a drink and buckle in for the second half of this episode. See you all then. Hey-o!
Hello, hello.
Yo.
We are back. We're going to get straight back into this battle as well. As and when the map comes back up. I know Dave's busy pressing buttons in the background now. There we go. Excellent stuff. So at the top of the next round, as we are fighting in the astral plane, is Kevin, who is 30 feet up in the air at the top of this sail, looking down on the battlefield, which has changed dramatically in the last sort of 6 seconds or so. What would you like to do, Kevin?
I'm going to. Can I get advantage? Do they know I'm up here?
Let's find out.
Nice.
No.
No. Okay. And do they like, you know, if you rugby barge them off the ship, that doesn't really matter. Will it just pop back on?
You've not witnessed anything to give you any clear understanding of that right now.
Okay.
But you do know
What
these
we know
creatures
is
are
they just-
hovering and flying.
Yeah, and they just appeared out of
But
nowhere.
they did just appear. Yeah.
Yeah. That kind of would indicate that they would just pop back on. I think I'm gonna So AAPL2. Which way is he facing? Is he facing towards Jewel?
Currently looking in this direction.
Okay.
So he's looking underneath the sail. Oh, not sure what the hell happened there, but yeah.
I pressed the wrong button.
I was going to say, that was weird.
All right, I will from here, and then the two that are right up against Jewel, AAG and AAD, are facing Jewel.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Cool.
They are engaged with Jewel directly.
Engage with Jewel. So I'm going to take my javelin and I'm going to throw it to AAF. I'm going to launch it to AAF, which technically no one on that side of the ship is looking that way. So this is still coming out of nowhere, I believe. No one else would probably know that I'm up here. I believe, because everyone's looking under the sail.
So given the fact that that would be extreme range for your javelin, it's outside of 30 feet, but you are effectively hidden, I'm still going to give you this as a straight roll rather than disadvantage.
Okay. Let's do it. Ooh, okay, so it's a 16 plus... It's a 24.
It's going to hit. It's going to hit.
Okay. And that is 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Doesn't do as much damage as you were hoping for. This is a non-magical javelin you are throwing. So you just... It does strike and sort of pierces into the deck through, we'll say, through sort of the upper thigh of this creature. But doesn't seem to phase the creature as much as you would have liked.
Okay. That's a bummer.
You can, however, use the slow feature of your javelin, because you do have weapon mastery if you wish to, which will slow the creature's speed by 10 feet until the start of your next turn.
Sure. Why not? If it's there, let's use it.
It's a free thing, yeah.
Yep. Okay, well let's also... Do I have any... Is that my only attack? Let me see.
You get 2 attacks per action, so you've got a second attack, and you have a bonus action.
Okay, I'm going to...
Do you want to throw a smite in, or...?
Now let's do a guiding bolt. See what that does.
So you can't do a guiding bolt. You can use a bonus action to cast a spell. But because you've used your action to attack, you get 2 attacks per action. You cannot use an action for a spell now, unless it's a bonus action.
Alright, well then, you know what I'm doing? Fuck it. I'm going to come down with the force of Thor on this dude. On this dude right below me. That's next to Takami. No, actually, let's do a APL2. And literally, in my mind, I'm thinking, vertical velocity down with a power strike on his head, and using my gavel of equity.
I will give you advantage on this strike as you descend down now.
Oh, yeah, I will need it. Ooh. That's a fucking nat 20.
Hey!
It had a little symbol on it. That's a nat 20. Ew.
Woohoo! A cavern ball flies from the sky. Gavel of equity held aloft and just roll damage, please. Critical damage.
And double it.
Where's my fucking gavel of equity? I'm trying to see what my
gavel of equity does. I'm assuming you're going to two-handed this one.
Yep. 2 hands, all the power.
That'll be 2d10 plus 4 then.
2d10 plus 4. Bajang. 8. And so that's 21.
Is that with all the dice doubled?
Yep.
Is that with... Sorry, one more time?
Is that with all of the dice doubled?
Oh, doubled would make it...
No, so you
18.
rolled 2d10. It's 1d10 plus 4 flat. With a critical, it's 2d10 plus 4, so that's what you just rolled.
Right.
Yeah, 21.
So, 20 points of damage. Would you like to now push it? Because you can do that with the gavel, with weapon mastery.
Yeah.
Just knock it back 10 feet. Very good. So it gets pushed back to here.
Oh, great.
Crumpled back. Lap.
So yeah,
turn
you've
around,
dealt
I'm
significant damage. It's not bloodied, but you have... and shockwave back.
Yeah. Turn around to everyone and just say, hey guys, how are we doing down here? Just as a general assessment. We winning, we losing, we tying?
Too close
Anyone?
to tell.
You probably look over your shoulder to Callum, who has got this weird grin on his face as he swings the blade over and over again, with this inky blackness just sort of pulsating off it. He is fully in love with this new blade and these new powers.
I like it. I like it. Well done, Callum. I will follow suit. And so from that point on, can I so I've dropped down. Can I levitate again?
Yeah, you've got 10 more feet of move. Where were you? You've got about 5 more feet of movement, sorry.
5 more
Maths on that one.
Fuck's sake. All right, I'm going to close in next to Takami.
Okay. So you're going to come down here.
Yeah. And I'm going to say to Takami, hey, how's it going? You need some help?
Thank you for the follow. Takami's just there with this purple amethyst dragon staff that she's got as she's just bloodied this creature. I'm okay, but every little helps.
Yep, you're doing more. Feel like I might be overkill here, but I just wanted to kind of catch up with you as well, and make sure you're okay.
Maybe now's not the time, but cool. I'm good. And with that, we will move over to Lex.
So, what will have happened as AAA reached out that shadowy tendril and I sort of saw it coming, ducked out of the way. As I'm retreating to where I was, I will look back and I will use a bonus action to activate my innate sorcery, which makes my spell save DC higher and gives me advantage on attacks with sorcerer spells. So then I will then use Sorcerous Blast on AAA with a
Nice.
24 to hit.
24 is going to hit.
3d8 with 3d8 of, I will choose, when I did the lightning damage, I didn't get any vibe that it didn't do as much damage as I thought, did it, last time round?
Nope.
It took full
Looks like it
damage.
dealt full damage.
Cool, I'll do lightning damage again then, because I thought that worked last time. And that is 14 points of lightning damage.
As you then fire this sorceress energy just into AAA. These, were they orbs of lightning energy with sorceress burst, or are they just literal blasts of energy?
It's kind of like chromatic orb in a way, yeah.
Yeah. So
So
these
sorcerer's
orbs
energy
of
burst,
energy
so it's almost
hit
like
AAA over and over and
undulating
over
blob.
again, and oh, nice. And then yeah, it's just blasts out of existence.
Oh.
Anything else on your turn?
And then, movement-wise, I will 5, 10, 15,
You do have
20,
flight now, remember.
Boy. I'll fly to here as Jewel is looking outnumbered.
Just a tad.
Very good.
So I'll be like hovering above deck.
Excellent stuff. So you sort of swoop along the deck and then come up. Excellent stuff.
Yep.
Jewel.
Okay, so Jewel, after having G show up, will attack G instead. So we'll be swiping sort of through this, trying to sort of do a body shot, like slash across the chest. Now, bonus actions. She will use steady aim to gain advantage on this. So has tracked the way that they move and tries to line up, and gets a 22 to hit.
Which one?
G.
Yep, that'll hit. I mean, it's going to hit anyway, it's just so I know.
Yeah. And then 18 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
And when I can find it, sorry, there we go. No, it doesn't do as much. 1 point of psychic damage.
So it still does the 1 point.
Still does the 1 point. I can't do the. Oh no, sorry. So I can still do Nick because it's not part of my bonus action.
Yep.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So let me just add that one on as well. That's another 1 point. However, because I haven't done this in a while, after immediately dealing sneak attack, I will also, a very astral plane version looking of Jewel, a very shadowy version made of stars, will come out and attack AAD in a very similar fashion, in almost like a...
Roll with advantage.
Oh, it just hits anyway.
Oh, okay. In which case, make it a critical.
Oh, does it? Immediately after you target a second creature, and it takes. It doesn't say I roll. So.
Okay.
Okay. So
yeah, make it a critical.
Make it a critical. Brilliant. So that is crap roll. 2, 4, 5, 10 points of necrotic damage.
10 points of necrotic damage. Now, here's the interesting thing. Had this been anything else but necrotic, it would have been fantastic. But this creature almost just sees your astral form as it stabs in and just... And you get that broken thought in your mind. Pathetic.
Ah, bollocks.
And that's it.
I take it hasn't done anything then. Bugger.
Nope.
Won't do that again. But I can't move. I use my bonus action, so that's my go. Guys,
Excellent stuff. Timora. Go on, Dave.
I'm struggling over here. I'm outnumbered. That's my
Very
go.
good. Nikki, over to you.
Okay. I will use
The Force.
Scorching Ray. It's a second level spell. I create 3 fiery rays, hurling them at one target within range or several. It's a ranged spell attack for each ray. And I'm going to aim at are the two in front of me okay to eat that, or are they too close because they're in melee range?
Yeah, technically you would have to move back. Otherwise it'd be a disadvantage, which still makes no sense to me in D&D rules, but...
yes.
Like, how can you miss something that's right next to you?
Then in that case, what I'm going to do is use a cantrip, and I'm going to use the word of radiance cantrip.
Yes.
So yeah, radiance erupts from me in a 5-foot emanation. Each creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw. Constitution saving throw is 16, or take 1d6 of radiant damage. But I'll actually upgrade. Firstly, I want to. No, that's fine. I want to upgrade this. No, it actually is 3d6 because I'm level 11. Sorry, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So they both fail. They're going to take the full force of this word of radiance.
So that was...
I rolled an 8 and a 5.
14.
14 total. Fantastic stuff. So 14 on that one. Points of radiant damage. And then E. 14 points of radiant damage.
Can I... can I also do an insight check on these creatures?
4.
I'm trying to work out what it was about my action towards Jim that caused them to spring into being.
Okay, make me an insight check.
That was not very good. 11.
11. With an 11, I will give you that it is very confusing around why they just suddenly appeared after you'd handed the book to Jim, almost like there was some connection, but then you've looked at the way these creatures are now acting, and it's almost like they are just drawn to individuals that are deep in thought or having a lot of thoughts is probably the best way for me to sort of explain this. So you were all having a really deep and meaningful conversation. Jim himself was just feeling utter despair and fear and everything to the point where his head kind of exploded. So you get, with a 10, you kind of get the impression that you weren't responsible, but you're not 100% sure that you didn't cause it in some way, shape or form, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
Yeah. Okay. And
So you still have a bonus action if you used to use it.
Yeah. I want to cast Anticipate Weakness on
Nice.
AAPL1. Is that a 1?
Anticipate weakness.
Yes. So you now have attack roll or advantage on attack rolls against that creature until the end of your next turn.
Oh, wait. I thought it said until the end of its turn, but that was stupid anyways. Can I retcon that?
Yeah, of course you can.
I don't mind.
Brand new character sheet. No, brand new character sheet. I am not going to make you stick to the first thing you say as you're trying to figure this out.
Okay,
so
then I want to
cast Healing Word or some of your other stuff.
Yeah, I want to cast Shield of Faith instead.
Very good. Are you casting that on yourself?
Yeah, I think I'm going to cast it on myself. I'm kind of surrounded.
Excellent stuff. Makes sense. Let's give you a Shield of Faith. In fact, I'll let you flavour this one. How does your Shield of Faith look like as you cast it around yourself then?
Oh. It looks like the form of 6 wings, like interwoven wings that come around me, like kind of like the cherubim of the Bible.
Nice. So yeah, these wings just enclose around you, and they're sort of translucent spectral wings that enclose around you and provide that extra protection. You are also concentrating on that spell now, so I will drop a little reminder on the map. And I think, unless you wish to move, that will be you.
Yeah, that's me. Thanks.
Fantastic, well done. So we are then over to AAPL1, who is going to... Oh, dum bum 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 bum. What do I want to do? No, they're going to still try and reach out and hit you. That's not great at all. Especially not with his Shield of Faith up. That is a 16 to hit.
Oh, it doesn't hit.
No, it wouldn't hit you anyway. Cool. AAPL2
Well,
is going to ignore
wait.
Jewel. Is going to sit. Yeah.
Do we play like the meets it beats it rule? So like I was AC 16. So would it
Yeah. So
hit?
you've got Shield of Faith on now.
Yeah. Okay.
So Shield of Faith gives you a +2 to your AC, I believe.
Yes, it does.
So that should take you up to 18, which means
Yeah.
doesn't meet it. So there we go. Cool. Yes, AAPL2 is going to step up to Lex then, and is also going to try a melee attack. This will work at some point. That is a 15 to hit, sir.
Danny?
Yep.
Danny. 15 hits. Let's roll that there.
Can you hear me?
Okay, Danny. Lex is going to take 19 points
I'm
of psychic
saying
damage.
yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Out. Delay reaction. 19 points, you bastard.
I was
Okay.
going to say 19
I heard
points of
that.
psychic damage, and I need an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, God. That's a 9.
Your mental link back to the material plane is severed for the next minute. While it is severed, you cannot regain hit points from healing. You cannot be targeted by any divination spells, and you now constantly hear these strange whispers from the void. So yeah, you're a little bit fucked right now.
Oh, bugger.
But I can still do all my other shit. I just can't be healed or have divination spells
Still do
cast on
all
me.
your other shit. You can't heal,
Right.
and you cannot be targeted by any divination spells yet.
Right,
And that's for the
right.
next minute. That will be its go. We're then over to B. Where's B? Where's B? Right in front of Callum. B's going to try for some revenge. He says, and that will be a natural 20.
Oh,
As I look down at the dice.
Shit.
Ouch.
So Callum is going to take 22 points of psychic damage
Damn.
not cool.
and must succeed on a charisma saving throw. DC 13.
Roll and charisma. Yeah, again, great. 27.
Yeah, so he is unaffected by the other bit, but does take that psychic damage.
Which was, sorry,
Yeah,
how much?
it was. I think I said 13, didn't I? Oh no, sorry, 22. It's right in
I
front.
feel like the hit points we can take, but that little extra bit, if we fail the save, that could fuck us up.
Yeah.
That does put Callum in an injured state. Though.
It does, yes.
It's just like, ow,
Shit.
fuckers. Okay, they hurt. They do hurt. And that's go. C is going to join. In fact, where were they? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 to there. And Yeah. Also going to attack Callum. That's not going to hit. That's a 9. So they miss. D. Where's D? D. Why can I not see D? Is D dead? No, D's next to Jewel. Being an idiot. Going to attack Jewel. That is a 21 to hit.
Shit.
Yes.
11 points of psychic damage. Don't bother about making the charisma saving throw.
Okay.
That will be it to go. E then is right next to Tamora. It's going to try and lash out Tamora. That didn't even go down the dice tower, but that's going to miss because that's a 9. F is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40 down to here. No, it can't do that. Can only go to there. But it's trying to get to Cavern because Cavern hit it with a javelin. And then G in front of Jewel. That is a 15 to hit you, Jewel.
Misses.
Misses. So as this tendril comes out, you just duck this time. And that will then be over to H, who, let's roll a d4. Hi, hello, Tom.
Hi, let's go high.
Hi. Hit Takami then. Oh, goes to hit Takami. Which will hit Takami with 23 to hit. So Takami is going to take 6 points of damage.
That's not too bad.
Psychic damage, of which she is resistant, so she's only going to take 3.
Even better.
And Takami's not going to bother making the saving throw because she doesn't cast spells either. So then over to Callum. Got through those monsters as quick as I could.
Okay, so Callum is going to take his first attack with the, I think you said the Gilban Blade, is that right?
Gilbalban Blade.
Gilbalban. And so we'll attack B.
Yep.
I think that's standard.
Two-handed I had him do last time.
But it is a natural 20. As I
These
look
creatures
down.
Yeah.
So that will be double this. So that is a...
You probably just hear Callum swing. Fuck off!
So 14 points of slashing damage.
14 points of slashing damage to...
Oh, sorry, it's meant to be a D10,
yeah.
isn't it? Is it not meant to be a D10? Shit,
Yep.
sorry.
D10.
Oh, my bad. I'll re-roll that. So, sorry, that is 10, 16. Did I say 16 before? It's 16.
You said 14, but 16?
16
So
points.
yeah, as
No,
Callum
roll
says,
properly.
fuck off, and just two-hand swipes, cleaves through this creature, which just... Now, the bit I forgot
Okay.
last time round
Yes.
is when these creatures are reduced to 0 hit points, they burst in this pulse of void static. Just so I need Callum to make a DC 13 intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence. That's a natural 1.
Okay, he is going to, because that's a crit fail, he is going to take crit damage, essentially.
Does he have anything to re-roll that?
So he's going to take 16 points of psychic damage.
Can I luck points that?
You absolutely can.
Great. At least it's slightly better, so it's a 10.
No. Okay, so he is going to take 11 points of psychic damage.
That's better.
And his next spell or ability will automatically fail as his thoughts just begin to unravel this burst of void energy. Callum just goes, fuck off. What? Shit.
So with that then, that will be his second attack, his second swipe.
Second swing fails.
Second swing fails. It's like he was swiping at the same creature, not realising it was dead. However, he clears, looks at C, and will take a double-handed swing at that. So 19 to hit.
Absolutely going to hit.
A full 16 points of damage.
16 points of slashing damage, which is enough to bloody
Can he
that
also
creature.
add Eldritch Smite to that?
He's
Can that
not
be a-
used a bonus action, so I don't see why not.
Yeah, fuck it. So one... Yeah, just 1d8 at the moment.
Eldritch Smite, that's an ability, isn't it? Once per turn, when you hit a creature with your packed weapon, you can spend a packed magic spell slot to deal an extra 1d8 force damage. Plus another 1d8 per level of the spell slot. So,
Can he do that?
yeah, that's going to be...
I mean, he can only do
Your
that at 5th
pact.
level, though, can he?
Yeah, so that's going to be... 68?
Holy crap. Okay.
Level 5 plus 1. Yeah, 1d8 force damage to the target, plus another d8 per level of the spell slot.
Okay.
So yeah, 68.
16... 16, 20... 30 points of force damage.
Yeah. As he swipes through, just
Fuck.
arcane energy rips through. No, seriously, fuck off. And I imagine as Callum does that, and the arcane energy just bursts off, he looks back at the blade, and again just sort of closes his eyes. I think I might be in love with you, my queen, but another time.
I take it that he hasn't got any healing spells as a warlock. So I'm just trying to look through quickly.
I don't believe so, but he has used his action and his bonus action now,
I
so
was
even
just
if he did,
looking
he
to
would be-
see, but that's fine. That's cool. Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think he has healing spells as per his...
Oh, I'll tell you what I
spell
will
list,
do
so
then
no.
is fly up to there just to get an eye on the other
Okay.
ones, but not be too close.
Excellent stuff. Takami then is going to take out her quarterstaff and is going to swing it at this fucker in front of her. Twice. So, first one.
On the floor.
Got a lot of them. It was a 12 plus 11, so a 23. And the second one is a 16, which are both going to hit. So she's going to do one of them plus one of them. Oh, max damage on that second one. She is going to do 26 points of total damage, bludgeoning damage, to H. And as she sort of finishes saying, "I'm fine, but thanks for checking in," strikes twice, and as she hits twice, this creature just unravels into darkness and thought form and disappears. Kami's just going to wink at you, Kevin.
I went back. Nicely done.
And we're back up to the top. Kevin.
Yeah, let's try our guiding bolt.
I will
at
say she'll move,
Kami's-
actually. So she'll...
Sorry, she'll move.
15, 20, 25, 30... 35 will get her there with a movement speed of 50. Yes, so she's fine. She's up to your guy that you're slowed. But carry on.
Yeah. I will say, Takami, when you get up to him, just duck when I say duck. And then I will fire.
Gotcha.
Yep. Guiding bolt at his head.
Cool. So she sort of runs up and then, or as she's flying up, she just sort of leans back and then almost like slides through the air
Yep.
as your guiding bolt.
That is a +6. That is a 17.
Absolutely going to hit.
Oh, nice one. Q for 17 points of damage.
hits into this creature.
Stay down, stay down, stay down.
That's your action.
There we go. Bonus action is, let's see. What can I do here? I'm going to. Can I close in on the guy that's next to Lex?
Yep.
Yeah.
5, 10,
And
15, 20.
yeah. Hey, buddy. How's it going over here? And Lex
You'll
seems.
see him looking all dazed and horrible from the effects that he just got in the last round.
Yeah. And then I just throw a. So can I use a weapon or can I use like a
Use your
quarterstaff
action
here or
to
anything?
cast a no, because you use guiding bolt as your action. There's not a lot else you can do, my friend, unless you wish to
Did he get 2
rage.
attacks?
No, because a spell only counts as 1 action. So you can get 2 melee attacks, 2 weapon attacks, 1 spell attack as an action.
Yep. Okay. Then I will. How much have I moved? I've moved about 15 feet,
20 feet.
20 feet. Yeah, that's fine. Let me just stay there, and I'll just be like, I'll just hang out there with next to
No
Lex.
worries. Just hang about in the pocket. Very good. Lex, over to you then.
After reeling of what he's just done to me, I'm just going to look at him. What have you done to me? And grab him upside the head and cast shocking grasp.
Very good. Lex, infuriated.
With a 17 to hit is the best I could do.
Is the magic number.
Oh, beauty. Well done there.
And that is only 10 points of lightning damage to his temples.
Points of lightning damage. See energy crackling through the body of this creature, and you're actually in that void space, which is just like this dark hole. It just flashes blue and purple as you connect and deal this energy into its skull. Anything else in your turn?
I will hover above its head.
Oh.
Okay, so you're just going to go up, still within melee range, but hover above its head.
Yep.
Okay.
What's he planning? I also think that Lex has grown, that he hasn't tried to banish them yet. So he's clearly...
Because I've run out of 4th level spell slots,
Oh,
Dave. That's the only reason.
that'll be why.
Yep.
Only reason why.
Jewel.
Absolutely brilliant. G took quite a lot of damage from me before, but presumably isn't bloodied, is that correct?
Let me just have a look. Yep.
Not bloodied. But D is looking really shit, or just a bit?
D is very, very bloodied.
Very, very bloodied.
No, D's very, very, very bloodied. Like this inky smoke type stuff just wisping off it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna. I really want to try that. Okay. I'm gonna see whether the economy allows this, because it's all very new 2024 stuff. So, going to attack G for golf. And I will. I'll steady aim it. So that's my bonus action. So I have advantage, and
Gives you advantage.
I get a natural 20.
Oh dear.
Here comes the sneak attack. Now,
I was going to say, there's a lot of damage about to happen now. Rogue
I was going to
suddenly
do something
deals
else, but
120
I'm kind of
points damage.
tempted. Do you know? No. I'm still going to do it. So I'm going to forego one of my d6 for sneak attack, which is going to give me the trip action as well. So I'm going to, if it's still here, and I realise this is probably stupid now that I realise that we're in an astral plane and they can float, but never mind. We're still going to do it. We're still going to do it. So 5, 10, 12, 13, 14, 28, 33 points of piercing damage to G. Still
I'm going to give it to
here?
you. Because there's only got one hit point left. You just stab in and twist that duck's dagger. It quacks as you stab it in. The dusk dagger. And yeah.
What I say there, because I've forgone my extra d6, that this trip I do flick around and take the legs out underneath with my tail and then stab down into the ground.
It's weird because technically these creatures can't be knocked prone, but you actually just like
Well, it's more
someone's
about
knocking
like
somebody around in
flicked up.
0G. You just
and then stabbed and just
And then
shoved it into
stabbed
the
it in.
ground. Yeah. However,
Very good.
with that was part of my sneak attack. Oh no, my extra attack is on a bonus action, isn't it? Bollocks. Yeah. Fine. No, that's fine. Because I was hoping to hit D, and I can't. That's fine. There you go. And I can't move, so I'm staying there.
Oh, yeah, stuck. Very good. Timora then, still with Shield of Faith up, and you are concentrating on that spell. Surrounded by 2, but you do see what looks like maybe some help coming your way.
Yeah. Nope. Had a plan and then realized I was already concentrating on another spell, so I now have to abandon that plan. That's okay.
I mean, you don't have to continue concentrating on Shield of Faith. You can totally go with your plan.
Nah, I need that Shield of Faith. I'm weak. Let me see 1 second. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with yeah, I'm literally just gonna do Word of Radiance again then and just try and get these two that are next to me.
Okay.
So yeah, Constitution saving throw of 16.
Times. I ain't gonna make a 16. I rolled an 8 on the dice twice.
Yeah, great. That's
So
12.
either a 9 or yeah. Okay,
12
so 12
plus
points
4.
of. Oh shit. 16.
Yeah, I'm just wondering why it says +4 because it doesn't say that in the description of the cantrip, but it says to do it. The effect is 3d6 plus 4, yeah, so 16.
Let's not question it.
Yeah. I don't know where it came from, but yeah,
damage to
16.
PL1 is now bloodied, and E is also very, very bloodied. There's this another wave of
Nice.
radiance just blasts off. Neither of these creatures looking particularly great. Anything else on your turn?
I don't think so. Nope.
No.
I'm okay.
Cool. Da-da-da-da. Sending DM whispers as we speak. Very good. Next up then is me, funnily enough. So PL1 is not happy. And PL1 is going to take a... No, we want the whole thing. It's going to take a little bit of a sidestep over here. And is going to emit that cone again, which I'm just using this. And then we're going to spin it around. Excellent, gets both of you. So I need a dexterity saving throw from Timora and Callum.
Can I use my inspiration to get advantage on that?
Hold. Yep, I can do that. I rolled a 5. So yes, you can get advantage on that using inspiration.
That was a dex save 16.
Yes. DC 15, you succeed, so you're only going to take half of the damage.
Okay.
Callum will take 12 points of force damage.
12, even with advantage.
12, you are going to take 23 points of force damage. And you are now slowed as per the slow spell.
Oh no.
So I'll put that on top, and then what? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Let's do that again. Shrink that down. So you are now slowed. A reminder of slowed then basically means your movement speed is halved. You can only take an action or a bonus action, not both. And I think that's all we need to worry about for now. And how are you looking for hit points? You're not doing too bad. Cool. So that's that one. 2 then is in front of Calvin and Lex. So let's...
That wasn't a spell, was it? That was an effect.
It's a feature that they have.
Yeah,
Just this
that's
pulse of psionic energy.
Yeah.
2 can't do that, so is instead going to, in fact, Lex, high or low?
Low.
Low. Cabinet's coming at you.
That worked out well for me.
Natural 20.
Oh.
Natural 20.
Oh, sorry. What was it?
Sod it.
Cabin, you are going to take 30 points of psychic damage.
Yikes.
And I need an intelligence saving throw, please.
What saving throw?
Intelligence.
Ooh, that wasn't good. That's a that's a dirty 1.
A dirty 1. Oh dear. Your mental link to the material plane is also now severed for a minute. So a reminder, you cannot regain hit points from healing spells, you cannot be targeted by divination, and you continually hear whispers of the void. And now 2 of you are under the effect of this. All of those fears that you spoke about earlier suddenly start playing in your mind. And you almost see those fears playing out in front of you.
Yikes.
C then is dead. Apparently. Yep, C must be dead because they're no longer on the map. So I'm going to ignore that. D is going to attack Joel. That's probably going to hit 17 on the dice for a 22.
Yeah.
11 points of psychic damage.
I'll halve that to 5 with Uncanny Dodge.
Okay. And then E is going to attack Timora.
Wait, I want
a
to
16
use.
hit.
I want to use a reaction to impose disadvantage.
Can you if you're slowed?
That's what I'm just about to double check.
Can I use reaction?
Good question.
Slow. Bear with. Slow, as per the rules of 2024. Oh, no, this has changed. So, an affected target's speed is halved. You take a -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws. You can't take reactions. On your turn, you can either take an action or a bonus action, but not both. And you can only take 1 attack if you take the attack action.
Okay.
Very good. So, you can't take reactions.
That also means my AC is down back to 16, right?
By 2, which means
Yeah,
this
but thank
will
God you had
now
Shield of
hit.
Faith on.
But they rolled a 16, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to hit. So you are going to take 11 points of psychic damage as well.
Okay.
As you just feel lethargy sort of break through your body.
Yeah.
Excellent stuff. That's that one. And then F is going to attack Takami, or at least try to. For a 15 to hit Takami, which doesn't hit. She's got an AC of 18. Very good. That's it. Go then over to Callum. And let me just remove this. Dave.
Sorry, what am I doing? Callum. Okay, Callum is again gonna nope. There we go. Gonna run up and try and hit PL1. So he's going to try and hit with a 20 to hit.
That's absolutely going to hit.
12 points of damage.
Damage.
17 to hit.
Absolutely.
10 points of damage.
Third one.
13 to hit.
13 does not hit, but you can still throw in an Eldritch Smite if you wish.
Yes. Which is that silly
so use another
68.
5th level spell slot. 68, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
OP as fuck.
Let me take that in. So 16, 18, 18, 24 plus 7 is 31 points of force damage.
31 points of force damage. Ouch. Excellent stuff then. You stab and Callum sort of just slices, swings twice, and then again that burst of arcane energy as he just channels the Queen of Air and Darkness, and AAPL1 explodes, and as it explodes there is again a pulse of this static, and each creature within 10 feet, I need Tamora, Callum and E to make intelligence saving throws.
16.
In fact,
Sorry, you cut out. What is the saving throw?
That's ignore me. It doesn't happen. I was looking at the wrong character sheet.
All right.
Just dies. Excellent stuff. In fact, no, I was right. Oh no, that's AAP there. So yes, carry on. We are there. Anything else on Callum's turn?
That's his 3 attacks. Bonus actions. No, that's it.
Excellent stuff. Takami then is yet again taking out the staff. The swing 3 times. Oh, what's that? 5 plus stuff. So 16 to hit. 19 to hit. And a natural 20. So 16, 19, and a natural 20. All 3 of those are going to hit. So we're going to go one of them.
Just casually chucked in, you got a natural 20.
Yeah, just
I
one
did.
of them.
I
Just
did.
one of them. We've rolled a lot of natural 20s today.
So that
no, we did well, didn't we?
21 plus 11, 32, 44 points of bludgeoning damage from Takami. That creature is definitely dead.
See ya.
Making a a dark void milkshake. Bloody hell.
But again, this creature does explode. Kami does need to make an intelligence saving throw, which I think she just failed. Yeah, with a 6. So, as it explodes, she is going to take... Well, she only just fails. 9 points of psychic damage, reduced to 5, because we round up. And she's resistant. We are back around the top to Cabin.
Let's go for PL2. Let's say Jewel is going to take care of
Fucking hope so.
AA. Fucking hope so too. AAD.
D. Yep.
Let's go for PL2 with a gavel of equity across the dome.
Nice.
Europe. 14 plus 22.
22 is going to hit.
22 is going to hit. Beautiful. And then as we strike down, we'll come back up with an uppercut. So the first one did 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Yep. Saw that.
Second one, 16.
16 is not going to hit.
Swing and a miss. Bummer.
Would you like to use your bonus action to feed a smite into that first hit?
Let's go for it. Let's feed smite.
So you have Divine Smite, which is 2d8 radiant damage, or you have Searing Smite, which is 1d6 fire damage, depending on the save. So Divine Smite just does the damage. Searing Smite requires a save.
Let's do Divine Smite. 2d8?
Divine Smite, roll me 2d8 then, please.
D8 is 14 points of divine smiting damage.
14 points of radiant damage. This creature is so close to being bloodied now. As you just swing, hit, there's a glow from the gavel of equity, bright radiant flash, and then as you swing the second one, just thought that flash disorientates you for just the briefest of seconds and you miss.
Damn it.
That is action, bonus action. Anything else?
Let's see here. Movement. No, I think I'm good.
Excellent.
Actually, you know what? I will levitate. I will levitate up into the air, 30 feet up into the air.
Okay, you will take an attack of opportunity if you do that.
That's fine. I'm a big boy.
Okay. PL2 is going to try and strike you with Psychic Severance is this melee attack. That's going to miss. That is a grand total of 12.
Nope. As I just
Karen
rise
just...
up in... Yep.
Just move your legs out the way.
Hover above.
Psych!
And was that PL2? Yeah. Hover above them both.
PL2.
Cool.
Nice. So you're going to come over to here now, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. So we are then over to Lex.
Hello. So, I've just read the new description of Chromatic Orb. So as I am 5 feet above this guy, I'm going to chuck a Chromatic Orb at AAD.
A Chromatic Orb? So with commas and shit?
Yeah, I'm hitting him with a semicolon.
Hitting him in the semicolon.
I'm going to exclamation mark the shit out of this guy. Chromatic Orb. Go team. Go team. Luckily I'll fucking get advantage. Oh, you fucking dickhead. I rolled a 3 and a 1.
Oh,
so
God.
12 is the best I can do for AAD.
12 is not going to do it.
Can you not use any of
I
your
thought
reroll
that'd be
shit?
the case.
Have you got any of your reroll stuff left?
No, I don't have
So 3
magical
points?
guidance anymore.
Ah,
Nope.
no, you don't. You don't. Ah.
Seeking spell. 2 sorcery points to reroll a d20.
There you go.
You're welcome.
Sorry, mate. I'm having a brain fart. If this is shit as well, I will flip the table.
What? Is it natural 20?
Natural 20, motherfucker.
Oh, there we go.
See, Matt said.
How many of them we had
again, and I was
tonight?
like, all right. Turns out it's a natural 20. So
Wait, 3, a natural 1, and then a natural 20. That's
I'm gonna roll 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll 3 and double it, right?
Yep.
But I've just read Chromatic
Yeah.
Orb. If I roll 2 of the same number on the d8s, it leaps to another
You get to
target.
keep rolling. Oh, shit.
The Sorcerer's Burst is if I roll an 8, I get to add another d8.
If you roll an 8.
On the Chromatic Orb, if I roll 2 of the same number, it leaps to another target. So I'll just get 6
there we
out
go
to
then.
increase my
What the
chances
hell
of that
happens if you
happening,
do roll 2 8s?
I was going to say, I'd get 6 out and roll all the
6,
dice rather than doubling the
7.
dice.
No, well, I've got 7. I only need 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And this is
Okay,
why we
you
dice
ready?
hoard. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Go on.
So,
That's a happy man.
14, 19, 24, 26, 33 points, and I rolled 2 5s, so it also jumps to another target, which means I will also do it to AAPL2.
To Cavern.
Okay.
I do
Cavern
need
and
to
Jewel,
roll
roll me an
against no target
intelligence
again.
saving throw, please.
Jewel. Intelligence.
Cavern and Jewel.
17.
Beat a 13. Okay.
Nope.
So I get to roll again against a
In
new
fact,
target
ignore me,
because it
Cavern.
leaps
You're
to him.
fine. You were 30 feet up. So that was just Jewel, and she saved. So yeah, go on, Danny.
So I literally pang it off his head, and it goes, and then like ping pongs, pinball machines to AAPL2 with 25 points of. No, I'm lying. 25 to hit. Sorry,
That will hit.
25 to hit and 11 points of lightning damage.
11 points of lightning damage, but with that 11 points of lightning damage, AAPL2 is finally bloodied. I feel like this guy's just been fucking
Good.
sat there taking as many shocks as
Not.
possible. Anything else in your turn, Danny?
I will land behind him as I've been above his head. Then I'll be like, "Your ass is mine, motherfucker," in his ear.
Okay. Very good. Jewel.
Jewel is going to hopefully do some, not really, but almost some cool monk shit, some Black Widow style.
Some cool rogue shit.
Yeah, she's going to jump. I say jump up. This is all for flair. But she's going to go up, do a spin, and then swipe through PL2 with Dust Dagger. And I'm
Always
going.
roll to hit before you describe.
Yeah.
She
may miss it.
This is a natural one.
It's fine because I then describe how badly it is, how bad it is afterwards. So that is a 25 to hit.
Absolutely gonna hit. You get sneak attack anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to do the whole lot there. So that's that plus that. 4, 8, 12, 14, 19, 20, 25 points of piercing damage, 8 points of psychic, and a also the nick on top of that is another 4 points.
Nice.
That
Creature's looking very, very, very bloodied now at this point.
To clarify, that nick is in place of my bonus action second attack. Is that right?
So you can still use 2-weapon fighting if you wish. Nick just means you can do it as part of that first attack, and then you could still do the 2-weapon fighting if you wanted to.
So I can still hit it with a standard blade now.
Believe so, because Nick does not take a bonus action.
No, it doesn't.
Hits you hit as part of the original attack.
Now, obviously, I got my sneak attack because there was people around, so that's why I didn't have to use my bonus action. So if I just roll again,
Yep. And of course, you'll only get the dice roll on this one, not the bonus to it.
yeah, well, that is a 21 to hit,
Absolutely.
and yes, it is dire, but it is 2 points of piercing damage.
And this is with a non-magical dagger now, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So that's 1 point of damage effectively then. But
So she jumps up and
There you
does
go.
this spin, slashes with the first one, and then he's holding dagger with this, the normal dagger in the second hand, and just like catches the arm, and then lands. I mean, I'm going to say that with that, she therefore moves 5 feet that way to do so. Lands down,
okay.
and is looking at this bloody thing. Yeah, there we go. That's
Excellent stuff.
my turn.
With that, we are then over to Tamora, who can... Unfortunately, you are slowed, so you can only take an action or a bonus action. And your movement speed is, of course, half.
Yeah, I'm going to cast another cantrip, and I'm going to use
Nice.
Sacred Flame on AAE.
Ooh.
And that's 3. That's a dexterity saving throw. 16.
Yeah, absolutely going to fail. I rolled an 8 for a total of 9.
Great, so it's 3d8 plus 4. If I can just find 3d8 somewhere.
I don't think you need to, but
No.
For effect, let me find my d8.
absolutely, you still need to roll
Oh.
them.
Let me see.
Even at the minimum, yeah.
7 points of
gosh. 7 plus 4, yeah, 11.
11. It's still enough. Even in your slowed state,
Thank
you just
goodness.
sort of hold this flame out, and I imagine you almost blow it forward into AAE, who suddenly just breathe in this radiant flame, and you hear broken thoughts of pain, ow, fire, death. And it is gone. But I need you both, I mean Callum and yourself, to make me... where has it gone? Brain. Intelligence saving throws, please.
12.
Okay,
12.
can I use
Not enough for Callum.
my inspiration to do that at advantage?
Yes.
Thank you.
How bad is this one again? I can use a luck point if I have to with Callum.
I got
You've
an
taken
18,
12 psychic
so
damage, but you can. And you take no damage.
Yeah.
I don't take any damage?
Nope, no damage for you.
I'm going to use a luck
You
point because he's really
like
low.
resist this psychic damage. Yep.
And it's worse, so he still takes it, and I've lost a luck point. Never mind.
Aww.
No worries.
He's now on 8 points.
So Callum really not looking good. We are then around to PL2. And PL2 is looking a little bit fucked right now. So, let's roll this. Nope. Can't do it. So... Dave, high or low?
High, because I'm at the top.
You are going to take the hit if it hits. That's a 22 to hit.
Yep.
You are going to take 21 points of psychic damage, and I need an intelligence saving throw, please.
I'll halve that to 10.
Okay. 11.
And an intelligence saving throw.
Yes. You need to beat a 15.
So that is... And this is not against Charmed or Frightened.
Nope.
Intelligence...
Intel.
Hey, not bad. 16.
16. You do not suffer the effect of having your mental link to the material plane severed. But you still take the psychic damage. That will be its go, and then we are all the way down to...
Not again.
Callum. Indeed. Callum stood next to Timora. What is he going to do?
Let's go, Callum. Finish this.
Very good shout, actually. We'll say to Timora, you good here? And then we'll...
Run away before I respond.
Wait for the nod, I guess.
That's where she goes, wait, I need to tell you that.
I need to tell the fate of the whole party before you leave in the next 5 seconds. And then 30 feet plus... I think he's got a Misty Step somewhere kicking about, isn't he?
Has got Misty Step, yep. Second level spell, Steps of the Fae.
Yeah.
He also has some interesting features with his Misty Step now.
Anything that I should be aware of for this? I basically just want to get over
Refreshing
to PLT.
Step. Immediately after you teleport, you or one creature you see within 10 feet gains 1d10 hit points. You have Taunting Step, which creatures within 5 feet of the space you left is no point because you don't want to taunt Timora, and I think they are the two options you have.
Maybe
right
he
now.
does.
You have Disappearing Step, which makes you invisible until the start of your next turn as you take Misty Step, or Dreadful Step, which is creatures within 5 feet of the space you left or the space you appear in of your choice. That is your choice. Must make a Wisdom saving throw or take 2d10 psychic damage, but that's all creatures within 5 feet of that space.
Okay, maybe not that.
I think
one.
Refreshing Step is probably the one.
Refreshing Step is the one.
Yeah.
So probably going to Misty Step and then float the rest of the way, which will get him just up to PL2.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that'll do the job.
Yeah.
So roll 1d10 and heal yourself up, because I'm assuming you're doing that. In fact,
Yes.
yeah, it'll have to be you.
Nice, 10.
10. There we go. 10 hit points back. 10 temporary hit points.
Oh, take them off. Put them on there. That'll do. Lovely. So he's over
Awesome
there
stuff.
and will attack PL2.
Very good. Roll hit, please.
12 plus stuff, 10, 22.
Yes.
So that is 14 points of slashing.
How does Callum want to do this?
Yay.
Hooray.
So yeah, he will have to. So he'll have Misty Stepped and then floats towards. So he just basically just comes out of nowhere and then just flies straight forwards, just stored out, and just stabs PL2 to the point that it comes out the other side of PL2 and just stops just shy of Lex, and just stops there. How are we all doing?
Very good. So Callum, and it's almost because it's walking speed flight. Like the blade goes in really slowly and just slides out the other side, and you can see the sickening grin on Callum's face as it goes in, and then this creature explodes and is gone, and we are out of combat. As we exit out of combat, then, with you battered, bruised, some of you bloodied, Timora, the slowed effect sort of releases its hold on you, and you are free to move. And at that point, there are sparks of arcane power off of the ship, and the captain, whose name I totally forget in this minute, but whose name I will go and remember. Yeah, the captain of the ship just suddenly goes, we're going to have to make a landing and make some repairs. I'm not going to be able to hold this for very much longer. And the ship starts to sort of sway around erratically. Everybody just sort of grabs hold of what's nearest, and you see the Skyloom begin to just descend down towards this grey, rocky, floating island, which as you approach it, almost looks like this giant palm of a hand just floating through the astral plane. And as the captain brings the ship in, just sort of, it's a very, very bumpy and rocky sort of flight, and he just at the last minute manages to sort of lift the nose up and, using the power of thought alone, slides the ship in for a very, very abrupt landing. Oh, well, any landing we can walk away on, from even, is a happy landing. I need to make some repairs, so do you just want to mill about for a bit?
Were they like frozen in time and therefore didn't realise that we've all just moved around and looked very much worse for wear?
As you say that, he goes, Oh, what happened to you? Oh God, why is there blood all over my deck?
The astral plane, apparently.
Fighting for our lives? No? Didn't want to help at any point?
So you were like in the middle of the ship, and then you're all over the place. Did I miss something important?
Timora, are you okay? And was that normal in the astral plane? See?
Wouldn't describe myself as okay exactly. I am somewhat bloodied. But
Timora's pouring blood.
I suppose it's normal? Is it normal? Do I know? I've never encountered
I'd say
it
that's
before.
definitely not
in
normal.
In my memory.
Timora would not know of these creatures and have not encountered anything like that before. So.
And so we're all looking rather unwell. I suppose I could do something about that.
So, are we all assuming these have come from the void? And, sorry, Timora, of course, please help where you can. That would be very generous.
As you say, the void.
I enjoyed stabbing things, but I got stabbed a few times myself.
As you say, the void whispers in my head get a bit louder as the minute hasn't passed yet. I'm like, I can't. I don't know anything. Material plane, it's gone from my mind. All I can think of is the void. Is everybody else the same?
Calvin, you also experience similar things, and those fears, as I said, that you called out, are creeping. In fact, they're not even creeping; they're raging through your mind right now, while you are cut off from that material plane. You almost feel like, for you, there's always been a connection back to Mara that you felt, and in this moment, it is gone.
Is anybody else suffering?
Do you remember?
Yeah, I'm still very much in the middle of a traumatic event, even though we're outside of combat.
Lex, how can you say that so calmly? What is wrong with you?
It's not calm. It's quiet panic. If I'm honest, I'm just I'm used to trying to keep myself to myself. On the inside, it's
you are surrounded by your friends. We are fine. I'm sure it will settle. But that was horrible.
Yeah, what's the next
I can't
step?
even heal myself, and I'll try and cast like aid on myself, and nothing's happening.
Can we
can't
move
fix
to getting
myself.
rid of this place, this space? Feels like if we can just get to the next step, the next space, the next, whether it's backwards and out of here or forwards and out of here, that maybe helps us a little bit.
So I'll say the captain at this point sort of leans over and says, "It's going to take me a little while to make these repairs. Why don't you rest, explore, do what you need to do. Tomorrow."
I know of a few places that you might be of interest to you while we are resting. So perhaps I could interest you. You speak of the void, like you know something of it. I do know a place not far from here that whispers of this same void.
Perhaps knowing our enemy is going to help us, so let's go there.
Is it like a friendly place that knows about the void, or does it know about the void because it is the void and they're evil? I just want to go home.
Yeah, anywhere but here.
I think while we have the chance, we need to learn of this information.
Also, how
I
do
have
we get there if the
questions
ship's
first.
broken? That's how we spend our session, to be honest, Nikki. It's just question after question. We never get any answers. Never get any answers.
So, this idea that you have lost your connection to the material plane, but you still remember it.
Do I?
I do.
Do you?
You remember your time there, you remember the material plane existed, but it's just gone. You can't feel that connection back home anymore. You feel lost in this moment.
Good.
Lex, we gotta get out of here. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
And you'll see a desperate look in Lex's eyes as he's hanging on every word of yours tomorrow because you're his only hope.
Everyone.
I would add, Tamora,
No
that
pressure.
you know where you are right now as well. And this palm that floats, you recognize it as the Monarch's Unrest. And it is a giant palm, like it is island-sized palm.
Okay.
Look, I am happy to go with Tamora if you guys are, in need of rest and recuperation.
I mean, what use am I going to be here?
Yeah,
Stick together.
I would
want out
prefer
as well.
you to come with me, of course.
Yeah, I
I
think
just
Say in
that's
this moment, then
wanna
the
check.
minute. Go on, Nikki.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, in this minute, as the minute ends, you sort of feel that connection come back.
Oh no, it's okay.
Both
So,
Calvin and
hey,
Lex.
oh. No, it's okay. I'm back in the room. No, it's all right. I'm fine now. Panic over. Everybody stand down. Stand down. I'm okay.
I mean, we were fine. I was. But good. So, look. Is it worth us going to find this extra information?
Intel. Knowledge is
Intel.
power.
Knowledge is power.
Okay. Before we do that, perhaps I can help. I assume we're not going to take a rest right here. I don't want to rest here. This feels like a dark place.
Mm-hmm.
Anything
I'll say
you
you
can do
don't get that impression. It just feels similar to the astral plane. Like the rest of you are just like it's just a hand. It's a big fucking hand, but it's just a hand.
Heal me with your prayers, sister. Come on.
So I'll do. I'm trying to decide whether I'm doing Mass Cure Wounds or Mass Healing Word. Anyone have any suggestions? I think that's 68
That's healing
plus
word.
4, and that's
Cool, isn't it?
so. Mass Cure Wounds, I think, is better. 68 plus 4 hit points.
Woo. Sounds good. Do that one.
To be fair,
If I do
didn't
it
realise
at the
Jules
top.
bad either.
Jill's not doing
Mass
too
Cure
bad, but
Wounds.
Jill will pass a very standard potion of healing over to Callum because he's looking like absolute dog shit, and it's not going to do much at all. 2d4 plus 2. I'll roll that one separately.
Does it include me? I hope it includes me.
You
So
can
yeah,
include
okay,
you.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
cast Mass Cure Wounds at 5th level. And that is up to 6 creatures in a 30-foot radius sphere. Each regains 5d8 plus, yeah, so level 5. 5d8 plus 4. So I roll the 5d8?
Yep.
Yes.
So 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 12, 20 plus 4, 24. So we can all heal 24 hit points.
Ooh, nice. That
very
definitely
generous.
deserves one of those.
I'm back up to full. Alright.
Alright.
Oh, there you go.
Great, I'm not.
Excellent.
Still not very good. Okay.
So I will say, as Tamora sort of heals you all then, and you all feel a little bit better, apart from Tamora, who may want to do some other things to themselves in a moment. Or I'll say we may want to do some more healing, maybe offline. You have an opportunity now to short rest, long rest, however, whatever you want to do. You get the understanding from the crew that repairs are probably going to take potentially long restable time. But you need to figure out where your next location is and how to get there and how you get out of the astral plane. That is your conundrum now as we leave you here for this session. But we are going to close not with a viewpoint of somewhere else, but a viewpoint of somewhen else. A moment, minutes, or maybe hours ago, when a voice spoke into the Astral Sea. I have need of you, lost one. Wake now. And Tamora was in that moment where you first felt consciousness. You knew who you were. You had knowledge of this place. And then the next thing you saw was the brightest of lights. A light that took form. A humanoid draped in robes that shimmer and shift. Where you expect to see a face, just these two luminous stars rest where there would be eyes. And again, wake now, lost one. My champion needs you. And you are thrown across the Astral Sea, floating, formless, ageless, timeless, until you appear stood between 6 unlikely friends who introduce themselves to the Planar Detective Agency. And that, my friends, is where we will close episode 84. With a little bit of mystery. And yeah, we will pick this up in episode 85. So thank you all. Nikki, thank you so much for joining us on this first of 2 guest sessions. I know the combat was a bit all over the place there. I feel like we were rusty with combat, but that's also
it's
on
been
me.
a while.
But we will get there. I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you guys very much. It was great.
Oh, it's been great having you
Good
already.
stuff. There we go. All right then, folks. Well, with that being said, we will be back for episode 85 next week. And then I believe we descend back into Orbital Borg, I'm going to have to call it now, or Pirate Blues. But yes, so look forward to that. But look, I appreciate it's late, and we had a little bit of a late start tonight. But yes, we have been the Planar Detective Agency and the Malt and Magic crew as well. Stay safe. We love you all, and we'll see you next time.